Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owner, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser, getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.
Hello, football fans. Welcome to Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Mario Medrano for RioSportsLive.com. Just invite you to stay tuned. We're a few minutes away from kickoff time here in Sam's Stadium in Brownsville, Texas on a beautiful Thursday night. We got the San Benito Greyhounds coming to town in District 32-6A, taking on the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. So once again, want to invite you to RioSportsLive.com here in the house in Brownsville on a beautiful Thursday night. Stay tuned where teams are warmed up, getting ready to go, and we'll have kickoff time at 7 o'clock. So we will see you. Thank you for tuning in. Mario Medrano for RioSportsLive.com. We'll be back with the kickoff.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage antique.
Joe Bowling here with Real Sports Live. Want to make sure you...
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage. Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday Restore. Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of 120 to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular design fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today. Trevino's Restaurant in Edinburgh, now serving quality, fresh, delicious food. Treat your taste buds and enjoy the relaxing atmosphere. Join us from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Friday and Saturday until midnight. Trevino's.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture? Oh, sweetheart. Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Illusions Boutique in Bar specializes in quinceañeras. Tiaras, jewelry, and accessories to accentuate beautiful dresses just for your daughter. Unique styles you won't find anywhere else. Make her quinceañera the best and come to Illusions Boutique.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree. For today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Look.
It's a beautiful night for football. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com alongside Eric Medrano. We're about ready. Here come the Raiders to the field. Tonight, a District 32-6A matchup between the San Benito Greyhounds taking on the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. Alongside Eric Medrano here for the call. Eric, what do we expect tonight on this ball game?
Well, first and foremost, Mario, like you said, it's a beautiful night for football. It's a 70-degree weather, 68 degrees around there after this cool front came in last night. And, 32-6A football has been a 16 district. It's everything up for grabs. And, San Benito coming off a tough loss last week. They're looking to bounce back tonight. And for Rivera, after 8 straight losses, looking to get their first victory of the season.
Here come the Greyhounds to the field. Coach Dan Gomez brings his Greyhounds at a 4-4 record, 2-1 district record. And, you're right. Last week they lost a tough game, lost to Hannah in San Benito 30-0. For the Brownsville Rivera, you're right. They're trying to get their first district win of the victory of the year. 0-3 coming into district play. Last week they lost to Harlingen South 41-20. So they're getting some plays. They just need a little bit more. Just a few, cut a little bit of mistakes, get a couple of breaks here and there, Eric, and you just never know. This could be a close game.
Yeah, right now we're about to see Rivera. They're gonna receive, and offensively we've seen them throughout the year, and the penalties have been a big issue for them. So tonight they want to clean that up and stay on the field as long as possible. Keep this high-powered offense of San Benito off the field.
Yeah, San Benito offensively comes averaging 391 yards per game, second in district 32-6A. For the Raiders, offensively, they can only muster 169 yards per game. That's last in district. So they're going to have to, create some offense, move the chains when they get the ball offensively. And, of course, the story for them has been injuries throughout the year, Eric.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's good for you to touch on that because definitely it's been an injuries issue for them. The injury bug has hit them, especially in the skilled positions, quarterbacks and running backs. And, tonight we might be seeing the starter as a sophomore, or maybe even the freshman in Ramsey Rocha. And, it's interesting to see how that works out as we go on throughout this game.
Yeah, we noticed that they've been alternating quarterbacks the last few games between sophomore Andres Perez and freshman Ramsey Rocha. See who gets the nod here today. So the Raiders will receive going from left to right on a beautiful night. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com on the call. Eric Medrano alongside. We're about ready to go. Raiders will receive going from left to right. And here we go. We're underway. Short kick, end over end. We'll be taken at about the 15-yard line. Ball taken by Eric Ibarbo to about the 26, 27-yard line, and we're underway.
Yeah, as Rivera takes the field here, Eric Ibarbo on the return. But Rivera, as I said, they're going to have to establish the run and try to keep their offense on the field and, really clean up those penalties, as I mentioned earlier, and try to get the ball to their skilled wide receiver, number 82, Elian Hernandez, and get their wingbacks involved in the perimeter as well.
On the kickoff for the Greyhounds was Gonzalo Villarreal. And we're underway. Ball will be resting at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They come out in the spread formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Men in motion to the left side. That's Camarillo looking to pass. Little swing pass to Camarillo. Caught in the backfield. Lost a few yards on the play.
Yeah, and right there what you see is they fake the jet sweep, and then they end up passing it to the person running the jet sweep, which is Jesus Camarillo. And as we've seen throughout the season, they've been trying to get him involved, and he's a great player out on the perimeter. And right there it just didn't work out very well with the pass.
Lost about 3 yards on the play. That's going to make up a 2nd and 13. Well, the sophomore quarterback, Andres Perez, gets the call here tonight. Andres Perez, sophomore quarterback under center this time around, calling the signals. One man in the backfield. Perez under center. Tosses to the right side. Here's the pressure. Trying to get to the outside. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. The ball carrier, Ramiro Vega, this time. Lost a few more yards on the play. Good play by the defensive end for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, great job by the Greyhounds there. They just didn't allow him to get to the outside, and I believe that's what you're taught, to bring them into the teeth of the defense and force them to the inside, and didn't let him get outside there, which the ball carrier, number 7 for the Rivera Raiders, Vega there.
Not a good start for the Raiders, going the opposite direction. Ball now resting at about the 16-yard line. 3rd and about 21 yards on the play. Spread formation. Perez calling the signals for the Raiders. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Fakes the head. He's going to take off to the right. Got a little bit of the headlight. Good play. Sliding all the way down to about the 29-yard line. Nice little quarterback draw. In essence, that's what it ended up being.
Yeah, it's everything was not that it was covered. It was more the pressure that was in his face from the defensive line, and he had no choice but to scramble there, and it worked out pretty well. But that's not what you needed there on 3rd down, and now they're going to bring out their punt team.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be shy of a 1st down. Nice little run, made up a lot of ground. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 7. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Punting team to the field for the Raiders. First possession of the night. Here's the snap, and here's the punt. Nice punt. Ball will be taken at about the 33-yard line. Not fielded now. It's picked up on the hop. Pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Little dangerous play. There was a couple of defenders right there on the coverage team, but nevertheless, the ball was picked up. That was Kyler Castilleja on the return.
Yeah, and that's going to be the starting running back for San Benito, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a night he has tonight. Probably will have a pretty big night, him and alongside Jacob Cavazos, who are going to be the best rushing attack tonight.
Yeah, players to watch for the Greyhounds offensively. They average 381 yards per game, number 2 in district play. Players to watch, Jacob Cavazos, and then we'll throw some numbers at you. The top rusher in district with 997 yards. Spread formation for the Greyhounds, 3 receivers left. Looking to pass. Cavazos steps up in the pocket, fires the ball over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Garcia caught the ball, breaks a tackle. He's going to take it to the house, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Nice pitching catch there from Jacob Cavazos to number 2. That's Frankie Garcia with the catch, and breaking the tackle after in stride takes it to the house, and that's a big touchdown for the San Benito Greyhounds there. And Jacob Cavazos on 1st down, coming out slinging the ball, and that's a nice play call there from the offensive coordinator Steve Marroquin there, just going for the big play early on.
59-yard touchdown pass to Frankie Garcia from Jacob Cavazos on the first play from scrimmage for the Greyhounds. Setting up for the extra point. Here's the snap, and here's the kick. Flags on the play. Well, no, actually it's good. That was number 35 on the extra point for the Greyhounds. That would be Fernando Perez for the extra point. The extra point is good.
Yeah, and going back to that touchdown pass from Cavazos to Frankie Garcia there, he just ran a post pattern up the middle. There was no safety help, and throughout the year we've seen Rivera just challenging offenses in the box and kind of going man-to-man, and right there it was just a one-on-one matchup, and Frankie Garcia showing his wheels there to burn the defender there for the touchdown.
Good explosive play right off the bat for the Greyhounds. They're on top 7-0. The Raiders will get the ball back and see if they can get something. I think what we've seen, Eric, for the Raiders, they've been able to move the ball. They create these drives where they have to mix it up and, you get yards here and there and just move the ball. And that's what they're going to need here. Just create a drive, just get positive plays. I mean, I'm sure Coach Tom Chavez, that's what's going to be. He needs to slow down, keep the ball a little bit longer.
Yeah, definitely. And like we talked about it before the game, Rivera needs to find ways to stay on the field offensively. And on that first drive, they did not. And San Benito's high-powered offense scored on the first play. So, once again, they're going to have to sustain a drive here when they get the ball.
Here we go. High kick. Ball bounces away. It's going to roll into the end zone. There will be no return. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and as we see the Rivera offense coming onto the field here, what players to watch is number 7, Ramiro Vega, the sophomore running back. He got the nod last week as well, and they try to get him way out in the perimeter. He's a speedy receiver. And also number 1, Jesus Camarillo, who we saw on the previous drive get a jet sweep pass, and it was incomplete, but they're going to try to get them involved.
Yeah, and also number 82, Elian Hernandez, junior wide receiver for the Raiders. They got to get him involved and just use your weapons that you have and see what happens. Here we go, spread formation for the Raiders, through receivers to the left side. Shifting by the San Benito defense. Many motion to the right side. Dropping to pass. Looks downfield. Swings it to the outside. Just throws it away. No play. Pressure was getting to him from the right side. But the Greyhounds sent a little pressure from the weak side. And Andres Perez couldn't do a whole lot with it. Just didn't allow the play to develop on that time.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to roll out to the right side and possibly maybe set up a screen, but it was unclear. It wasn't very clear to see. But he does a smart thing and throws the ball away there and live to play another down. Don't lose any yardage there, and it's going to bring up this 2nd and 10.
7-0 the score. Greyhounds on top, 7. Raiders nothing. Just underway. First quarter action from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Men in motion to the left side. Quarterback under center. Handoff is to the left side. Good for about a couple of yards on the carry. That would be Ramiro Vega, the sophomore running back for the Raiders.
Yeah, right there they try to get Vega on a stretch play, but the penetration from this defensive line did not allow him to get very many yardage there. It's only about a 1-yard gain there.
That's going to bring up a 39 for the Raiders. I'm going to guess they're going to throw the ball on this one, Eric. At 39, I'm looking for number 82, Elian Hernandez. See Hernandez on the bottom of the screen. Through receivers to the right side. Spread formation. Hernandez is going to set up on the front of the line on the trips right, looking left. Quarterback is going to put it away. He's dragged down. Boy, he was trying to break it. Had one more, and somebody grabbed his leg, wouldn't let him go. But they bring him down. Short gain, no gain on the play. That's going to make up a 4th down. Men down. There's a player down for the Raiders, so that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, on that 3rd down, as Perez was dropping back, it's just the pressure is too much there from the defensive line, and he had his man open, as you had mentioned, Elian Hernandez. I was watching him the whole way, and he ran a slant route across the field, and he was open. He had the inside leverage on his defender, but Perez, with the pressure on his face, was unable to see him there in the middle of the field, and it led to that sack there for the San Benito Greyhounds.
Well, we're underway from Sam's Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Greyhounds 7, Raiders nothing. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
So look to your home, then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of opportunity
To making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex & Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico.
Back at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, Raiders get ready to punt. Here's a snap, and here's a punt. Short punt. They're going to run into the punters. A short punt. Ball goes out of bounds at their own 41-yard line. There's going to be a flag on the play. This may be against the Greyhounds. See what the signal is. Now, the ball was dropped, and then the coverage team came in and ran into the punter. Let's see what the call is. Waiting for the call. Trying to check with Coach Chavez. Now, the ball was dropped, Eric, and that's the key. Once you dropped it and picked it up, does he become a runner at that point? And the pressure came in there, so I'm not sure what the call is. He did punt it away, but he was hit in the process. So let's see what the call is.
Yeah, it's a tough call, and the punter Matthew Guerrero for the Rivera Raiders, bobbled the snap and it kind of fell, and he recovered it well. But when that happens as a defender, you want to rush in there and you look at that opportunity as a good opportunity to try to get to the ball, and it was just a bit too aggressive there.
So far, they're putting the ball, just giving them 5 yards. That's still 4th down, so they may have to re-punt. Okay. It's not an automatic first down. It's just running into the punter. It's not roughing the punter. It's just running into the punter. So that's a big difference right there.
Yeah, it would if not, it would have been an automatic first down.
Correct.
But in this case, it's just a 5-yard penalty. So it doesn't really help them, and they're going to have to go ahead and punt here as Matthew Guerrero lines up once again to punt. And
Okay. We got the clarification back to receive for the Greyhounds is number 3, Nick Castañeda. He's standing back on his own 34-yard line. Here's a snap, and here's the punt. Much better. Line drive punt to the left side. That looks like it's going to be out of bounds at about the 37, 38-yard line. So that's where the Greyhounds will begin the second drive of the night. 8 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Greyhounds 7, Raiders nothing.
Yeah, and now we're going to get a chance to see the San Benito Greyhounds come on the field. And, we didn't get to see Jacob Cavazos on that first drive, use his feet. He used his passing with to Frankie Garcia with a huge play. And but now as we're back and they're up 7-0, wouldn't be surprised if they come out with a pass play here. It's going to be a run play, and they're going to try to establish the run with Kyler Castilleja and also the quarterback, Jacob Cavazos.
Cavazos brings him up in the spread formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Quick slant pass on the right side. Gets a block. Breaking a tackle, going, pushed out of bounds at about the 37-yard line on the Rivera side of the football field. Quick hit, fast tempo offense for the Greyhounds, quickly to the line. Cavazos calling the signals. Here's a snap, handoff straight up the middle to Castilleja. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Good defense. Good defense by the Raiders making the tackle, number 72.
Yeah, number 72 for the Raiders. That's we don't have listed on the sheet here, but great job defensively from the Rivera Raiders there.
Lost some yardage on the play. 2nd and about 15, looking to pass. Cavazos is going to put it away. He's trying to take away, trying to run outside, tackle. The ball comes loose. That's a fumble on the play. Looks like Rivera might have it. Yeah, it's a fumble. Fumble on the play. He was hit from behind. At the same time, he was being tackled. They ganged up on him. They punched the ball. Fumble. And it was picked up by the Raiders from Rivera. They're going to end up with good field position on their own 43, 44-yard line. Good defense.
Yeah, as we see the replay there, the fumble hits the dirt and just takes a big bounce, and Rivera pounces on it there. And, they've shown throughout the year they are capable of coming up with stops and turnovers there, and there we saw one of them. Jacob Cavazos, was rolling out to his left and then decided to scramble and took a big hit there, and it benefits Rivera Raiders here in the first quarter.
And here we go, the Raiders with a 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Greyhounds on top, 7-0. RealSportsLive.com on the call here in Brownsville, Texas on a beautiful Thursday night. Man in motion to the left side. Camarillo gets a handoff on the jet sweep to the left side, trying to get around the corner. No way. Good defense by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, they snuffed it out in the beginning. They knew it was coming to the outside and just forced them to keep going out the way and to the out of bounds and for much of actually back to the line of scrimmage. So not much of a gain there for Brownsville Rivera.
Jesus Camarillo, the senior running back, the ball carrier on that jet sweep to the left side of the formation. Nothing going. Here comes number 82, Elian Hernandez from the sideline with the play. Old school now. We're talking about that.
Yeah.
We saw Mission Veteran selling the play with signs and all kinds of pictures and things like that. Coach Tom Chavez goes old school and sends the play with number 82 into the huddle. Man in motion to the right side. Jet sweep is to the right side, trying to cut across the grain. Goes up the middle. Short gain on the play. Jerry Olivares maybe lost a yard on the play. They're trying to test the outside to the right side. He cut it over the middle. Nothing doing there for the Greyhounds. Good play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I like the idea from the offense of Rivera, trying to get out to the perimeter, tire this defense out, but it's difficult when you're facing a defense like San Benito Greyhounds here, and right there they just forced them into the teeth of the defense, and all the linebackers just met them there.
3rd and about 11 for the Raiders. Spread formation this time around out of the shotgun. It's Andres Perez, the quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, looking to pass. Looks right, fires the ball. A lot of contact. Nobody there on the right side. The receiver got tangled up at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to have his receiver release up the field. That was actually Jesus Camarillo lined up on the outside receiver. And just there was nobody up there.
Yeah, that time they had Elian Hernandez, the wideout, and they had Jesus Camarillo at the slot, and they ran a wheel route with Camarillo, but the defenders were pretty physical at the line of scrimmage and didn't allow him to get there. And, it was intended for Camarillo, but he was nowhere close to that.
Yeah, just didn't work out for the Raiders that time, unfortunately. 4th down, punting situation for Rivera. Timeout call. There was a player going in late into the line, and there wasn't a complete setup on the field, and so Coach Chavez decides to take a timeout here in the first quarter. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first quarter from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Greyhounds 7, Raiders nothing. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Trying to make this a different experience, the people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
And we're ready for a punting situation. Here's a snap for the Raiders. Here's the punt. Nice punt, high punt going to the left side. Bounces at about the 25 all the way back to about the 18-yard line on the Greyhound territory. And so that's where the Greyhounds will begin the 3rd drive of the night. Well, on the first drive, the Greyhounds quick strike offense, they went for a long pass for a touchdown, a 52-yard touchdown pass. 59 touch, 9-yard TD pass. And now the Greyhounds on the second possession, they fumble the ball. They gave it away back to the Raiders. And now they start the 3rd drive of the night from their own 18-yard line. Here come the Greyhounds. Cavazos brings him to the line. Handoff straight up the middle. Castilleja up the middle to about the 20-yard line. Short gain on the play for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, on the tackle for the Rivera Raiders was number 55, Brian Ponce, and he did a good job of trailing Castilleja there.
Quickly to the line, Fast Temple offense. Little bunch of receivers on the left side trying to get to the outside. Here's a handoff to Kyler Castilleja. Cuts it across the middle. He's going to be across the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line. That's a first down.
Yeah, good job there offensively from the Greyhounds there, and they put the pulling guards to the outside on the sweep to Kyler Castilleja, and he has the vision to see the cutback there.
Quickly to the line, calling the signals. Here's a snap, looking to pass. Fires the ball on a little curl on the right side of the formation. Breaks a tackle, going forward, diving forward to about midfield. That's Frankie Garcia for the Greyhounds, the man of the touchdown.
Yeah, nice pitching catch there from Cavazos to Garcia, and he does a good job of breaking the tackle there.
Quickly to the line of the Greyhounds on fast tempo offense, fast tempo. Here we go, fakes a handoff. Quarterback zone read play. Cavazos is going to keep it. He's going to be tackled. No gain on the play. Might have lost a couple of yards on the play. Good defense.
Yeah, good job defensively from the defensive line for the Rivera Raiders. With the penetration there, it didn't allow Cavazos to bounce it to the outside after that zone read play.
2nd and 12 for the Greyhounds. Cavazos calling the signal, spread formation. Mini motion to the right side. Flag on the play. That's going to go against the Greyhounds. Looked like a Rivera Raider came across, but somebody from the back, judge, saw it right away. The flag came from the back, actually. 5 yards against the Greyhounds. Second and about 17. Men in motion to the left side. Here's a snap. Rolling out to the left side is Cavazos. Here comes the pressure. Still rolling. Looking down the field. Fires the ball. Caught right on the line. That's going to be a good catch for the Greyhounds. Nice little catch by Antonio Torres, senior wide receiver and running back Antonio Torres. Nice catch to the 42-yard line on the Rivera Raider. 3rd and 2. Fumbles the ball. Picks it up. Cavazos going up the middle. Trying to get the first down. He's got the first down. Tackle at about the 37-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Fast tempo offense here for the Greyhounds. 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 37-yard line. Cavazos calling the signals. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Fires the ball to the right side on a receiver screen to Guajardo on the right side. Keith Guajardo gets about 5 yards on the play. Good defense. Quickly to the line. Here come the Greyhounds once again. Spread formation. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Handoff. It's going to go up the middle. Kyler Castilleja shaking and baking. Breaks a couple of tackles. Going to the outside. He's brought down at about the 25-yard line. Here comes the flag. Kyler Castilleja, the ball carrier for the Greyhounds. Initially, the play was designed to go up the middle, Eric, and he broke it to the outside. Had a little bit of daylight on that side.
Yeah, right there, the sophomore Kyler Castilla showing his ability there. He breaks a tackle, then he shifts past another, juking them, and then getting to the outside. And, that's not easy to do after you come into a complete stop and build some speed to the outside. And he does a good job of getting a good gain there for his team.
Let's see what the call is. This may be against Rivera. Face mask against the Raiders. That's going to add some extra yards for the Greyhounds. They're going to be in the red zone. Actually, they're going to be inside. That's going to ball right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Greyhounds. 1st and goal, 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Cavazos fires the ball. He's got a man open. Incomplete. Incomplete. The pass was just a little bit high. The receiver couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the pass is intended for his wide out there as we see the replay, and he's running a post pattern, and he has it wide open after the free safety bites on the lower route and just unable to come up with the catch.
Quickly to the line on a spread formation, men in motion to the right side. Jet sweep, he's going to hand it off. Going to the right side, nice little run by Antonio Torres once again, all the way down to about the 4-yard line. Nice little gain on the play on the jet sweep to the right side. Quickly to the line, 3rd and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line. Cavazos calling the signals. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Met at the line by the Raiders. Good stop by the defense. About 3-4 players met him at the line of scrimmage. One of those was number 5, Frank Egui, I believe.
Yeah, and the Kyler Castilla has one of those runners where, he bounces off that first tackle. You got to have some help on the tackling him down.
4th down, they're going for it from the 4-yard line. Cavazos looking to pass. Fires the ball over the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. Pass intended to, that was Keith Guajardo, senior wide receiver. Had a defender all over him. Incomplete pass on a 4th down. They went for it.
Yeah, that's a big play for the defense there on stopping the San Benito Greyhounds on 4th down. But, the pass was in the end zone, nearly completed there. Just unable to come up with the catch was Guajardo there. But for the San Benito Greyhounds, coming up driving all the way down the field with that up-tempo offense and coming up with nothing, it kind of hurts there.
Yeah, no question about it. Good job by the Rivera Raider defense that time. They're going to start the drive right there on their own 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Quarterback under center this time around. Andres Perez, the sophomore quarterback for the Raiders. 1 man in the backfield. Here, dropping back. Oh, he lost his footing. He's on the ground. Was he able to hang on to the ball? I believe so. That one didn't look pretty. Something went terribly wrong on that play.
Yeah, sometimes when you're under center and, you're going from under center to shotgun, maybe he got tripped up by his own center there, and it looked like he did, and he fell to the ground, and the officials just blew the play dead once he was down there.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12, ball resting at the 2-yard line. Got to be careful so many times, Eric, when you're close to your own end zone. Careful with the safety. Quarterback under center this time, spread formation. 1 man in the backfield. Handoff is to the left side of the formation. Minimal gain, if anything. Got back to the line of scrimmage that time. Tough San Benito defense that time. Trying to get some breathing room up back there, actually, or the Raiders are.
Yeah, and offensively, you kind of got to be conservative here and just try to get some space here to try to get the ball out of there to punt, or just keep them chains moving. But defensively, for San Benito, as a defender, your mouth is watering here. You want to get a safety here. You want to be aggressive. So let's see what comes up here in this third down.
3rd and 12 for the Raiders, working out of the shadows of their own end zone. He's going to go shotgun formation this time around. Quarterback Andres Perez. Here's a snap. He fumbles a snap. No, there's a whistle on the play. Let's see what the call is. Ball was on the ground. I was just surprised that even though it was snapped and the ball's on the ground, that nobody from Rivera went for the ball. Okay, that's against the Raiders. False start. I like to see somebody cover the ball in any, because if the referee misses the call and you don't go for the ball, that's a fumble.
Yeah, you definitely have to play it safe there. And the San Benito defense, just shifting at the last minute and causing that false start.
3rd and 13, ball on the 1-yard line now after the penalty. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Fires the ball long. This one may have a shot. Incomplete. He was looking for his receiver, Elian Hernandez, a junior wide receiver. It looked like he had a chance for a second, just couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, good job defending there for the San Benito Greyhounds. That's number 22, Hector Avalos there. Just, didn't allow Elian Hernandez to get any separation there. And it was a tough asking there for Elian Hernandez. But he's got some wheels on him. So there you can see Rivera try and test that secondary there.
I like the call, really. They were going for it. So good call. It almost came with it. He made the connection there. All right, here we go. Punting situation for the Raiders. Men back on their own 40-yard line. The Greyhounds back to receive. Kyler Castilleja. Ball's going to bounce at the 35. He's going to pick it up on his own on the 42-yard line going to the outside. He's pushed the bounce at about the 32-yard line. Kyler Castilleja on the return. Defensively was for the Raiders was Gabriel Cuellar.
Yeah, and for this Brownsville Rivera defense, they're going to have to come up with something big here. After San Benito is going to get started on their Rivera side of the field here with great field position at the around the 32-yard line.
1 minute, 37 seconds left in the first quarter from Sims Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Greyhounds on top 7-0. RealSportsLive.com in the house. Here we go. Rolling out to the right side is Cavazos looking down the field. He's going to put it away. He's going to bouncing around. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Dangerous when he gets loose like that. He will roll out to the right side looking down the field. He decides to put it away. And, boy, good defense. Picked up about 5 yards on the play. Quickly to the line. Or the Greyhounds. Movement, I think they wanted to work fast. The receiver on the bottom of the screen was not set, and I think that's going to go against the Greyhounds. One of the drawbacks, Eric, about working fast tempo. Yeah, you got to get your receiver time to reset. You send him down the field, and you want to run fast tempo. So Cavazos was too anxious to go. He's got to look both sides, make sure his receivers are set. That time, that's going to cost him 5 yards. Second and about 12. Second and 12 ball on the 33-yard line. Spread formation for the Greyhounds. Cavazos calling the signals. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Looks downfield. Same pass pattern. Looking. He may have a shot. Just a little bit too long. Went down the field on the right side. Just a little bit too long. Unable to connect with his wide receiver on the right side.
Yeah, and what he was doing there, that was the slot receiver, and he just runs a go route, a straight fade up the middle, and a one-on-one matchup, and just unable to get it to him, but did not put enough arrow on there, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up this third down.
Intended receiver, I believe, was Frankie Garcia on that right side. Here we go. Spread formation, 3 receivers on the bottom of the screen. Rolling out to the left side this time. Cavazos steps up the middle, trying to go. He's going to take off this time. He's got a lot of room on the right side across the 35, across the 30. Breaks a tackle at a 15 to the 10. He's pushed that around at about the 5-yard line. Big gain on the play, about a 30-yard gain for Cavazos on the play.
A huge run there from Cavazos as he rolls out to his left, but nothing there. The pressure got to him, and he bounces it to the outside and gets past the linebacking core, and he gets a nice gain there.
Ball resting at the 5-yard line. First and goal. Handoff straight up the middle. Bounce it to the left side. Dives forward. That's going to be a touchdown. Kyler Castilleja, the ball carrier. 6-yard TD run by Kyler Castilleja.
Yeah, and right there we saw, Kyler Castilla punching it in from short yardage there, but it was led by that Cavazos big scramble there, and he nice gain of about 20-plus yards. And, he saw that green space on that previous play and just bounced it to the outside and had a middle linebacker kind of spying on him. He just juked him out, and nice individual effort there from Cavazos. And here, Kyler Castilla just punching it in from 3 yards out, following his big offensive line.
Man down for the Raiders. Medical staff is on the field taking care of the young man. Hopefully everything is going to be just fine. 42 seconds left. We'll come back for the extra point. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times. Celebrating every triumph. And lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, RioSportsLive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are...
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, RioSportsLive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owners, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get... Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
And we're back at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. We had an injury player on the field. That's the delay right now. The medical staff is working. He's being carted off the field this time around. Let's hope the young man is going to be okay. He looked fine, probably with a knee or something like that, but he was sitting up on the cart. Referees are talking about it, and Eric, that's been the history for this year. That's been the story of the year unfortunately, for the Rivera Raiders. Injuries. Boy, from the beginning of the season, that's one of the things Coach Tom Chavez has talked about. He's missed some of the key players throughout the year, and it's one of those years. You can't account for injury, so man, it's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing. High school football, it's a 10-game season, and besides that, you got the off season, the two-a-days, and this year it's just the injury bug has just hit Rivera hard, and it's been unfortunate for them, and but they've managed well. They've been competing. It's something that as a head coach, you just got to keep these kids motivated, and they got a lot of young players, so they got a lot to look forward to next year.
Yeah, and the good thing is, you got to admire the fact that they don't quit. I mean, they're still working out there, trying and representing their school, and that's what you got to try. Here we go, going for 2 points. Quarterback under center for the Greyhounds for the 2-point conversion. There's a flag on the play. This one's going to be stopped. This may be against the Greyhounds. Here's a call. False start against the Greyhounds. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That was going for a 2-point conversion of the Greyhounds following the touchdown. The touchdown was good on a 6-yard TD run by Kyler Castilleja. That was good. We are trying to get the extra point, or the 2-point conversion as it is. I formation for the Greyhounds, quarterback under center. Cavazos calling the signals. Many motion to the right side. Here's his neck. Cavazos going to keep it to the right side, trying to dive forward. He's going to be shy. No good. So with 42 seconds left at Sands Memorial Stadium in Brownsville in the first quarter, Greyhounds 13, Raiders nothing. .42 seconds left in the first quarter. Greyhounds 13, Raiders nothing. Getting ready to kick off is number 33 for the Greyhounds, Gonzalo Villarreal. On a beautiful night here in Brownsville, Texas, on a beautiful Thursday night. Thursday night football. Here's the kick. Nice kick. Ball will be taken at about the 5-yard line. Going up the middle, bounce it to the left side. Camarillo going up the middle, breaks it to the outside. He's got some daylight. Camarillo still going. Jesus Camarillo across midfield to the 45-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line on the Greyhound side of the football field. Nice return. Good play by Jesus Camarillo, the senior running back for the Raiders.
Yeah, as we see the replay here on the kickoff, he finds a seam on the left-hand side, and, it's not very good coverage from San Benito there because it allowed him to get to the outside, and he had the burst of speed to just get through all those defenders there and bounce it to the outside on the sideline and pushed out of bounds eventually by number 5 for San Benito. On the tackle is Brandon Valadez.
And a big return all the way to the 45-yard line on San Benito territory. 1st and 10. Quarterback under center this time, Perez. Perez calling the sense of men in motion to the right. Handoff straight up the middle. Nice little play. Handoff is to Ramiro Vega on the left side. Flag on the play. Here comes the flag after the tackle.
Yeah, on the run was number 7 there, Ramiro Vega, up the middle for a nice gain of 2 or 3 yards.
Big penalty against the Greyhounds, just putting a little too much on the tackle after the play. So that's going to cost them 15 big ones.
Yeah, right there, the officials blew the whistle. Once they had already stopped them, and it was just the defense is taught to just play to the end of the whistle. But I guess the defenders did not hear it there.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball resting at the Greyhound 30-yard line. Here we go. Spread formation this time around. Out of the shotgun. Perez calling the signals. The sophomore quarterback. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Puts it away. Gonna try to run outside. Here's the defense. He's gonna be tackled. He's gonna be sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Avelino Garcia, I believe, also number making the tackle for the Greyhounds. It's Nick Perez on the tackle.
Yeah, bringing in the pressure initially was the defensive end, number 32, Daniel Garcia, and it just forced Perez, to go up the pocket, and it forced him into the teeth of the defense there.
And that's going to do it from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. That's the end of the first quarter. From Brownsville, Greyhounds 13, Raiders nothing. Mario Medrano on the call alongside Eric Medrano for RealSportsLive.com. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after this message.
Drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
2nd and 15 for the Raiders. Quarterback under center this time, Perez. Dropping back to pass. Looks, fires the ball. He's got a man wide open. Caught it about the 20-yard line. Going forward. Nice pitch and catch. Beautiful play by the Raiders. All the way down to about the 18-yard line on the San Benito territory. And a big first down.
Yeah, nice passing catch there from Perez to Jerry Olivares there, who runs a wheel route. It's a play-action pass, and it's a new wrinkle that Rivera shows here as we see the replay in the single back formation. 4 wide receivers. They fake the handoff, and then he finds himself in the wheel route there at the slot position, and a huge gain there for Brownsville Rivera. And, Mario, that's really nice to see from from Brownsville Rivera. We hadn't seen that wrinkle throughout the year.
Yeah, they went play action that time around. Beautiful. Well executed. A big first down. He was wide open on the left side. Quickly to the line. Quarterback under center this time, Perez. Calling this, fumbles the ball. He's going to recover that. He was pulling out and just dropped it. He just fell on top of the ball.
Yeah, and on their previous drive, coming under center, he did get tripped up by his center, and on this time around, it's just a bobbled snap, and it seems like he might not be too comfortable being under center. They go back and forth with the shotgun and under center, so right there, just down on the ground, but he does a smart thing and just falls right on top of it.
That's going to be on pace. 2nd and 11. Ball resting at the 19-yard line on Greyhound territory. The Raiders trying to get something on the board. They may be in field goal range already, so just cannot afford to lose any more yards. Here we go. Spread formation this time around. 3 receivers from their empty backfield this time around for the Raiders. Fires the ball on the left side. May have a man open. Look for Hernandez. Incomplete. Hernandez working against number 22 for the Greyhounds, defending Hector Avalos.
Yeah, and Avalos does a good job of contesting the pass there, and they're trying to get it to their big playmaker, Elian Hernandez, on a curl route there. They came out in an empty formation, and that's a new thing as well for Rivera, but this time it isolates Elian Hernandez as a wideout there with Avalos, but Avalos does a good job of defending.
I like that. I like trying different things. I like that. Here we go. Quarterback. They're going to go with a freshman quarterback this time around. It's in there. Ramsey Rocha at quarterback, the freshman. Spread formation, looking to pass. Looks left, fires the ball on the left side to number 1. Pass is intercepted at the end zone. Bring out across the 5 to across the 10. Here we go to the left side, trying to go over the middle. Breaks it in the open. Albert Mercado, he may be still across midfield. He's got 3 blockers on him. Across the 35, Albert Mercado going to the 10, to the 20, past the 10. Touchdown. Albert Mercado takes it all the way back. There's a flag on the play. Back in the end zone. There's a referee standing right on top of that, right at the end zone. There's a flag right at the end zone. I believe this one's coming back. Albert Mercado on about 104-yard interception return. Boy, but this one looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, and Rivera spelled in their freshman quarterback who I believe they feel more comfortable with the passes there. And he did a nice back shoulder pass, but it was tipped up by the defender and into the hands of Albert Mercado, who does a good job of concentrating there and intercepting the ball. And he does an even better job of taking it to the house and just, getting off some tackles and then finding a seam there to the outside and reversing the field.
See a couple of flags, one on the 22-yard line that was just picked up right now by the umpire. There's another one in the end zone. I think that's the one they're going to call. Yeah, I mean, the freshman quarterback looked like he had him open for a second. Ramsey Rocha came in, the quarterback for Rivera. Here's a call. This one's going to go against the Greyhound in the end zone. That's what the flag is all about. No wonder he intercepted.
Yeah, that was the first flag. So, they didn't even take into account that second flag, when they had the return. So it's a pass interference, and that's going to be right at the goal line. And it's a good opportunity here for Rivera to get some points on the board here in the second quarter.
Second quarter action from Samson Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. 10-12 left in the second quarter. Greyhounds 13, Raiders nothing. Knocking on the door. Ball first and goal at the 1-yard line. Here come the Raiders. Quarterback will go under center this time around. Perez under center, one man in the backfield. Man in motion to the right side, Camarillo. Here's his net. Quarterback sneak going up straight up the middle. This one should be a touchdown. No signal yet. There's a signal now. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Yeah, and right there, Brownsville Rivera, what they do is they just motion like if they're going to do a jet sweep, but he just does a classic drive there from Brownsville Rivera, after that big penalty. But they did get pretty creative offensively there, and it paid off here.
Well, I like what they're doing. They're mixing it up now. Nice. That worked beautiful. And, there might have been some contact on the signal. There was some contact, defensive contact. A freshman quarterback threw it all. Here we go. Fake punt. Now they're rolling out to the right side. Here's a pass. Oh, beautiful. Executed. Wow. Rivera throwing out the kitchen sink here tonight. Number 12, the holder. Gets up, rolls out to the right. That's Ariel Gonzalez. Here's your he was supposed to be the quarterback, the senior quarterback in there now. Gets up and fires the ball. Receiver man went to the flat and wide open for a 2-point conversion. Wow.
Yeah, big play there for Brownsville Rivera, and that's what you need here in the second quarter if you don't want to stay in the game here against the Greyhounds. And it's a big play, and we're seeing the, like we had mentioned, the creative play calling from this offense for Brownsville Rivera, led by Kenneth Reiniger, the offensive coordinator, and head coach Tom Chavez. And, there it paid off dividends, and they got some points on the board.
And we were talking a few minutes ago, how the injury bug came to Rivera. But yet, I was just saying, these kids haven't given up. Playing for pride, they're representing their school and your colors and all that. And we see that. I mean, right here, 13A, they're right in the middle of this game.
Yeah, and, back in the day, playing football, they had the Hustle and Pride award. And, that'd be a team that would be up for it, the Hustle and Pride. They still get out there and they work their tails off. And they show a lot of pride in their school work and the character that they show to keep playing week in and week out.
And the interesting thing, Eric, was that the senior quarterback, Ariel Gonzalez, number 12, that came in there for that one. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year, and he's one of the players that got hurt. Now, it's good to see him that he's back, and his senior year gets a little bit of action. Coach is trying to get him in there, acclimated, and just helping the team whichever way he can. So that was good to see this young man, Ariel Gonzalez, throwing that pass.
Yeah, and a nice catch there by the linebacker, Gabriel Cuellar, who's playing special teams.
Here we go, ready to kick off the Raiders. Line drive kick. Ball bounces at about the 10-yard, picked up by Valadez on the left side, going up the middle, trying to get away. Tackle it about the 35-yard line. Good coverage by Rivera.
Yeah, not much there for Valadez, and the coverage was good for Brownsville Rivera, and so now they're going to get started at around the 31-yard line, the San Benito Greyhounds.
There's some momentum right here. You can see a little bounce on their step on the Raider players here coming to the sideline, and why not? They're right in the middle, playing one of the big teams in District 32-6A, the Greyhounds, and they're in there right there with him. Here come the Greyhounds on the 35, on their own 35-yard line. Many motion to the right. Here's the jet sweep. Quarterback keeper. Quarterback is going to keep it on the zone read. Cavazos goes out the middle to about the 42-yard line, picks up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, what essentially becomes a zone read after faking the jet sweep, and it's Jacob Cavazos up the middle, their leading rusher. And, it's I mentioned earlier in the game, they got to establish the run game, and it seems like they're going back to that as we see them on the drive here.
Cavazos came in with 997 yards rushing in 8 games. Second player from Hannah has 6 games only, and so that's good to need to clarify that. One has 8 games, one has 6 games. Rolling out to the right side. Backside screen on the other side to Castilleja. Caught at the 40-yard line across midfield to the 40. Breaks it to the outside. Castilleja may have us a chance to go. He's got a blocker. Touchdown from his own 42-yard line. A 58-yard touchdown. If this one's hold, this is going to be a 58-yard TD pass on his back screen.
You know, and I've been mentioning about establishing the run game, but boy, the San Benito Greyhounds saying they don't need any of that right there. They go with the screen play, and it's brilliantly executed there for Kyler Castilleja, and he finds himself with lots of space on the outside and a convoy of blockers, and he just takes it to the house, tiptoeing in the sideline, and excellent effort from the San Benito Greyhounds offense there.
Yeah, and that's what the Raiders needed to do, make one more play. Quickly to the line on an I formation of the Greyhounds. Handoff straight up the middle to the right side, trying to go on a 2-point conversion. That one's going to be good. They get Abelino Garcia, and there's a fullback. He just handed off on the right side, powered football, and the 2-point conversion for the Greyhounds is good. And just that quickly, they're on the board.
You know, Abelino Garcia, AJ Garcia, you know, he MVP of the Battle de Arroyo. He saw him punch 3 of those in, and right there he shows what he's got as a linebacker with this power running game.
So they get those 8 points. So Greyhounds 21, Rivera 8. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back after this messages.
I'm a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
If you're looking for custom jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
Ready to kick off for the Greyhounds, number 33. Gonzalo Villarreal. Here's a high kick, short kick. Ball bouncing around. That's a fumble. So Rivera's got to cover. That's a fumble play. Yeah, this is going to belong to the Greyhounds. Rivera didn't cover. They just let it bounce around. That's a live ball. Yeah, that's a live ball. That's a fumble. So that's going to belong to the Greyhounds right at the 19-yard line. Ball gave it a Greyhound bounce and toward the Greyhound field, and that they were able to field it up on the hop. The ball got away from the returning man.
Yeah, a lot of times that's a lack of communication between the second level of the returnees and the last level of the returnees. But it seemed like the 2 returners were just reluctant to let it bounce, thinking it was going to go out of bounds there for a penalty. And San Benito just quicker to pounce on it there, and it benefits them here. And as the Rivera defense and as a team, that's not what you want after allowing a big game score there.
Mental mistake on the play. Here's a snap for the Greyhounds. Cavazos looking down the field, looking to pass. Fires the ball over the middle of the field. Incomplete. Broken away at the last possible second. Guess who's playing second in the secondary now for the Raiders? That's number 82, Elian Hernandez. Hernandez playing defense now, going both ways here for the Raiders. And he was right there quickly to the line of the Greyhounds, facing a 2nd and 10. Here's a snap. Handoff straight up the middle to Castilleja. Brett bounces it to the outside. Castilleja, he's going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 7-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, and watching Castilleja throughout the year, he's a tough runner to bring down. I know he's only a sophomore, but he's got a nice frame on him, and right there he just breaks through a couple of tackles.
3rd and about 3. Here's a snap. Handoff up the middle. Castilleja once again spins around, gets away from one. Here's a Raider defense. He may be close to a first down across the 10-yard line all the way down to about the 8-yard line. Inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Greyhounds. Quickly, fast tempo offense. Here's a snap. Hand off to the outside. Castilleja going to the outside to about there. He's tackled at about the 10-yard line. Good defense. Number 5 for the Raiders. One of the first ones to get there, Frank Aguilla. Good defense.
Yeah, also assisting him was number 18, Matthew Guerrero. And, when they come out in the bunch formation, they're trying to, expose that outside and get Castilleja on a sweep there. But nothing there as the defense reads it well and does not allow him to get to the outside there.
Castilleja being substituted. Brendan Valadez coming into the ballgame for the Greyhounds. Second and goal for the Greyhounds. Ball at the 9-yard line. Spread formation, looking to pass. Cavazos looks right, fires the ball. It's got him in open. Touchdown. Touchdown for the Greyhounds. On the catch was Juan Constante on the right side. Here's a flag on the play.
Yeah, and that penalty is going to be on Brownsville Rivera there. But what we saw in the comeback route from Juan Constante, he ran a nice crisp route on a one-on-one matchup, lined up as a wide out there. And it's a nice pitching catch from Jacob Cavazos as we see the replay here. He just drops back, and it's a timing route, when it's a comeback route. And he bits it right into the outside and next to the pylon. And great catch there from Constante there.
Setting up for the extra points are the Greyhounds. They're going to go for 2. Quarterback under center. Tosses to the left side to Kyler Castilleja, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. No good. No good.
Yeah, the side official ruled that he stepped out of bounds before he was able to get the ball across the pylon. And, that's a new wrinkle that San Benito showed there with the toss. And it's something they have in their playbook. But they usually run it up the middle when they come out in the I formation. But they try to get Castilleja in the perimeter there. But Rivera does a good job showing their speed defensively to force him out of bounds there.
So with 7 minutes, 44 seconds left in the second quarter, San Benito 27, Rivera Raiders 8. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after this messages.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Set it up to kick off for the Greyhounds. Here's the kick. Short kick right in the middle of the field. This time it's fielded. Fair catch at the 18-yard line. This time Jerry Olivares says we won't take a chance. Let's just field the ball, catch it, and get a free spot at the 25-yard line. Well, a lot of things going on around the district play, Eric. We're going to be talking about standings. We're going to separate the contenders from the pretenders and vice versa. So we'll talk about that as we go along. Also, we're going to talk about volleyball playoffs, and a big night for District 32-6A as they defeated the other district 4-0. They swept them. Big night for the volleyball teams. They play what? District 31?
Yes, they were matched up against 31-6A, and they all 4 of them winning, and it's a testament to what 32-6A volleyball had, which is a district that San Benito and Rivera are in, and the Rivera girls still going in the playoffs. San Benito also was competing in that district, and it's kind of shows you why it in those 6-team districts, any one of those 6 teams could have made the playoffs, and San Benito was included in one of those.
We were fortunate enough to cover the big game between Hanna and Harlingen South about a week ago that qualified South for the playoffs, and they had a big night just a couple of days ago, and they won, and so they advance now. So by district champions for Harlingen South. Here's the play for the Raiders, looking to pass. Quick receiver screen on the left side to Escamilla, caught Camarillo, Jesus Camarillo. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. But, yeah, we're talking about the Hanna team advances, Rivera advances, the Harlingen South and Los Fresnos, they all won. So they go through the next round and represented District 32-6A in volleyball. And, again, big game for Harlingen South. We were supposed to be there. Unfortunately, we didn't get an advertiser, a sponsor in time. And that takes us to the next thing. We're looking for advertisers. That was a great game, a 4-set win for Harlingen South. Unfortunately, we couldn't call it. So we're looking for advertisers, all kinds of volleyball coming up. Quickly to the line of the Raiders, men in motion to the left. Handoff to the right side. Trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The ball carries Ramiro Vega. Lost some yards on the play. But there's a lot of things going on. Clock continues to run. 6 minutes, 42 seconds left before halftime. 27 for the Greyhounds, 8 for the Raiders.
Yeah.
RioSportsLive.com in the house.
Yeah, at this time, we'd like to thank the Brownsville Independent School District and BISD-ITV, and also the audio-visual team here from Veterans Memorial helping out with the cameras, and these young students helping us out tonight, and getting a big production here for Brownsville here, and also Athletic Director Hector Gilbert Leal, who's been very hospitable to us here at Real Sports Live.
3rd and long for the Raiders. Empty backfield for the Raiders. Fakes punt. There's a lot of pressure. He's going to be sacked back at the 8-yard line. Good. Applying the pressure was number 99 for the Greyhounds, Zachary Galvan. Good play. He's going to be sacked in the backfield for a big loss on the play for the Raiders. That's going to be a punting situation.
Yeah, coming up with the sack was number 45 for the San Benito Greyhounds, Nick Perez, and that was the duo there just pressuring and sacking him there, and a big loss there for Brownsville Rivera.
Beautiful night. Weather's been perfect at the Rio Grande Valley. We had a little cold front move in, but it's a beautiful night. Here's the punt. High punt, a beautiful punt by the Raiders. Bounces at about the 48 on the San Benito side. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Beautiful punt. Kyler Castilleja was back to receive. He didn't have no chance. That one just went out of bounds. Beautiful kick. Beautiful punt, excuse me. Greyhounds will take over. 5 minutes, 21 seconds left. Want to send a shout out to our good friend, Kevin Narro. They're probably over at the Valley Morning Star, and they may be listening out there today. All the folks at the Valley Morning Star they do a great job covering all the sports around the Rio Grande Valley. It's a good shout. Want to send a shout out to our good friend Kevin Narro over with the newspaper. Greyhounds quickly to the line. 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 46-yard line. Men in motion to the left side. Shotgun formation this time around for the Greyhounds. Cavazos calling the signals. Pass to the left side. And there's going to be a double pass. Looking for number 5. He's got him wide open. Little trickery play. That's going to go. Brendan Valadez on the catch at about the 20. Outruns the defender all the way to the touchdown. That's going to be a 54-yard through to the left side, lateral to the left side, and then a pass to Valadez. Trick play. Little trick play.
Yeah, as we see the replay here, they have trips left, and Smiley Silva, the backup quarterback, is lined up there. And as a defense, you have to know what personnel is there. And it's Smiley Silva who throws a beautiful ball there to Brandon Valadez for a big touchdown for San Benito Greyhounds. As we see the replay there, Valadez with the speed to punch it in there. And, what they did is Valadez was lined up at running back with the 2-back set. They motioned Castilleja to the outside, and it opened up the wheel route there for Valadez up the middle. Nice touchdown.
Little trickery play. Here's a flag on the play. Delay of game against the Greyhounds, going for 2. And that seems to be the pattern for San Benito, going for 2. I think there's some colleges playing the numbers nowadays, Eric, and some colleges are now going for 2. I think even a team or 2 in the NFL, they're deciding to go for 2. Apparently, according to the analytical data, if you will, it's better to go for 2 than go for 1. So we see the Greyhounds trying to do that now. Here in almost every possession, they go for 2.
Yeah, and I like to see it. It makes the game more interesting for these teams to try to get those 2 points. And San Benito has lots of plays coming for their 2-point conversions.
Here's a play. Pass to the right side. Got a man. Complete. Had a defender. Rivera had a defender. They just couldn't make the play on the catch for the Greyhounds for Albert Mercado on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and that's a free safety lining up on the wide out there, and he does a good job because he's a tall target there. And what they do is they line up a one-on-one matchup. And throughout the season, I've always wondered if they were ever going to try that. And right there, they try it there on a one-on-one fade pass, and it pays off there for San Benito. And as I was saying earlier, they come out in that I formation, but they got lots of different plays to come out for on the 2-point conversion. And over the years, San Benito has elected to go for lots of 2-point conversions, and it looks like it pays off for them as they have gone into some playoff runs.
They will be kicking off here. 35 for the Greyhounds. 8 points for the Raiders. Say 5:09 the first half. And it just got away. It seemed like that play may change the momentum. They were back. They had the momentum, the Raiders did. And that play on the kickoff that they didn't cover kind of gave an easy touchdown for the Greyhounds. And here trying to weather the storm are the Raiders. There's a return ball taken up about the 15-yard line. Here come the Raiders all the way down to about the 25-yard line. It's brought down at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Raiders will begin the drive.
Yeah, on the return was Jerry Olivares for the Brownsville Rivera Raiders, and he does a good job of just getting some extra yardage there on the return, and after a big high kick there from San Benito. And for Rivera, it's like you said, it kind of took a bit of their wind off their sails there from, once they gave up that fumble on the kickoff return. It's just they didn't react in time. They were expecting it to go out of bounds, and it seemed like the momentum really shifted to the San Benito Greyhounds, and they put up big points there.
Here we go. Spread formation for the Raiders. One man in the backfield. Man in motion to the right side. There's some movement in the backfield. They're gonna stop the play. You're only allowed 2 men in motion. So there was 2 people moving.
Yeah, and right there it seemed like the running back was setting up for a screen there and was just a bit too anxious there. I saw him take a step forward like if he was going to get behind his offensive line for a screen. And, it's unfortunate for Brownsville Rivera, and the penalties will just tack on here, and it's going to be an even harder to move the chains here.
Clock continues to run. 5:01 in the second quarter. Quarterback under center, handoff to the left side. He's going to be dragged from behind. Looked like a little promising. There's a flag. This may be a horse color, if I'm not mistaken. That was the ball carrier was Ramiro Vega. Had some positive yards, and he was dragged from behind. Let's see what the call is. That's going to be a face mask, actually, Eric.
Yeah, to me, when we're seeing it live, it looked like it was a horse collar, but it appears it was a face mask there. And nonetheless, it's still a 15-yard penalty, and Brownsville Rivera gets an automatic first down. And for them, they're just trying to establish the run game and keep the clock rolling as they are down here and trying to get back into this game. But it'd be interesting to see how they get Elian Hernandez, the wide receiver, involved as this drive goes on.
No question about it. 1st and 10, ball on their own 38-yard line, looking to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws it away. It's a lot of pressure coming from I believe the corner came down, wasn't it, Eric? Or linebacker number 14 was shooting inside from the backside, applying the pressure on Aaron Reyes.
Yeah, that was Aaron Reyes there, and just putting pressure right in the face of the quarterback for Rivera, and he was trying to develop the screenplay there, the one that they were trying to run earlier, but they got a false start, and just nothing there, and it seemed like San Benito snuffed it out from the get-go.
Good thing he threw it away and avoided to lose all those yards. So that's going to be up at 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Spread formation, 3 receivers to the right side of the screen. There's a fumble on the play. Fires the ball. It's got a man open just a little bit high. Boy, good reaction by quarterback Andres Perez. Just picked it up and fired the ball. He had Camarillo going up the middle of the field. Boy, oh boy, it almost worked. Improvised, and it almost had him up in running down the middle of the field.
Yeah, San Benito was bringing a blitz there. One of the corners on this side of the field was blitzing, so they had lots of numbers going downfield. And for Camarillo, it was a one-on-one matchup, and it looked like he won that one. It was just a bit too high, and that would have been a big gain for Brownsville Rivera.
3rd and 10 for the Raiders. Ball resting on their own 37-yard line. Spread formation. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Looking to pass. Fires the ball on the right side just a little bit too long.
Yeah, and bringing the pressure this time was number 27, Carson Ayala. And San Benito just bringing numbers, pressuring this young quarterback, and he had no choice. He had to throw it a bit too early, and it's forced too far for his intended receiver, and that's an incompletion there.
Jerry Olivares, a junior wide receiver, was the intended receiver on the right side. That's going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and about 10. 4th and 10, ball resting at the 37-yard line. Matthew Guerrero to punt. Here's the snap. Here's a punt. Nice punt. High kick. Ball taken at the 34-yard line. Kyler Castilleja calling for a fair catch. So the Greyhounds will take over. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left before halftime. Greyhounds on top, 35. Raiders 8. Marty Medrano on the call here for RealSportsLive.com. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to
Here come the Greyhounds quickly to the line. Here we go. Cavazos looking to pass. Fires the ball on a little curl on the right side. Completed all the way to the 38-yard line. Fast tempo offense for the Greyhounds. Quickly to the line. Picked up about 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 38-yard line. Quickly to the line. Here's a snap. Flag on the play. Here's the call from the referee. Little false start once again. We've seen it a couple of times here already, and I think they're trying to work fast tempo. And I don't know if they got new personnel in there, but they got caught a couple of times not being set. Here we go. Here's a snap. Cavazos. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Ball that played well, beautiful by the Raiders. Here comes the flag. It might have been an accidental face mask this time around. No gain on the play. Here's the call. Boy, oh boy, he made a great tackle in the backfield, Eric. Number 62, Mark Gonzalez. Unfortunately, there's a flag on the play. He read the play beautiful. I mean, he followed, made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, his hand was on the face mask, and that's a big penalty against the Raiders. 1st and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line for the Greyhounds. They're on the move. Dropping back to pass. Fakes a handoff. Looking up. Moving up in the pocket. Cavazos swinging, rolling out to the right side. Looking down the field. Fires the ball. Completed to the 40-yard line. Frankie Garcia on the catch all the way down to the 41-yard line. There's a flag on the play. I think some linemen were a little too far down the field, if you ask me. Let's see what the call is. Bought a lot of time with his legs. Was able to complete the pass. Here's a call. Yeah, illegal man downfield. And that happens so many times, Eric, when you turn in direction and scrambling back there. You know, it's hard for the lineman to know what's happening behind them.
Yeah, it's very difficult. And the quarterback's trying to buy time scrambling. And, you have to release at some point. And sometimes they just release a bit too early. And it's difficult for linemen to be aware because it's behind them. So
quickly to the line, 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds. Man in motion to the left side. Fake to the left, fake to the right. Quarterback keeper to the left side. Here's go. Looking to the outside. Cavazos. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 36-yard line in Raider territory.
Yeah, and for Brownsville Rivera, number 24, Gabriel Cuellar, coming up with the tackle there, and probably a touchdown-saving tackle because Jacob Cavazos has the wheels to take it to the house, and nice tackle there.
1st and 10. Here's a handoff to the right side this time around, diving forward for a couple of yards. Good defense by the Raiders. Try test in the middle of the line. That time around, the ball carrier was Avelino Garcia.
Yeah, and it seems like San Benito decides to go with the run game there with the power run game part in, and that's Avelino Garcia and the running back there.
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9 for the Greyhounds. Men in motion to the right side. Handoff is to Garcia. Avelino Garcia, one of their linebackers, playing on the offensive side.
Yeah, and right there it's a testament to his athleticism there as he's able to play both ways and get some running plays throughout this game, and he's a tough guy to bring down.
3rd and about 3 for the Greyhounds. Garcia in the backfield with Cavazos. Handoff straight up the middle. Garcia's got a big hole up the middle on the right side of the field and a straight dive. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, 29-yard touchdown run by Avelino Garcia for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and, just as you write it up on the board, the offensive line executes there, and Avelino Garcia shows the speed to just break away there, and it was a big hole up the middle. As we see the replay here, it's a simple run play up the middle, but the offensive line just created a big hole there for Avelino Garcia, and he does a good job of just taking it to the house there.
Setting up for the extra point, going for 2 again. I formation for the Greyhounds. Handoff is to the right side. Kyler Castilleja takes it in for the 2-point conversion. And again, we talked about that. One of the few teams now going for 2 exclusively almost on every time they score a touchdown, playing the percentages. And we see that in college as well. There's a couple of schools going for 2. I mean, they listen to the analytical data, and they said that it's a higher percentage almost to go for 2. And we see one of the teams going for 2. They make it here. San Benito makes it good again. So the Greyhounds 43, Rivera 8 with 1 minute 28 seconds left before halftime.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see at all levels whether teams will start going for 2. But I know San Benito throughout the past few years and this season as well have just elected to go for 2. And, as we've seen here in this game, it's paid off almost every time. And, they just weren't able to come up with one of them. But as you say, Mario, it's playing the numbers game. And it seems like nowadays it's proven that it's better to go for 2.
Here we go, ready for kickoff for the Greyhounds. Here's the kick. End over end. Ball will be taken at about the 16-yard line for the Raiders. Going up the field across the 20, across the 25. Brought down at about the 28-yard line. Let me say something about that, Eric. I'm not a big fan of a lot of players going both ways, especially with the big schools. I'm sorry, but I'm not a big fan of that. You got a lot of players on the sideline, and, big schools, I don't know. I'm not a big believer in that. And you got a lot of players on the bench that they can play both ways. I mean, there's a lot of kids that are anxious to get on the field, and a big 6A school to be playing players both ways. I don't get it. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. All right, here we go. Men in motion to the left side for the Raiders. 1st and 10. Handoff off the middle on the left side gap. No place to go. Good defense by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and with a minute and 12 seconds left here in the second half, for Brownsville Rivera, you just want to sustain a drive here and try to build on something for the second half and just get some the running game going and keeping their offense on the field. As we had mentioned before the game, it's all about sustaining drives.
Yeah, and I think I like to see, some of these teams start playing some of the extra players, I mean, the score is 43-8, and, hopefully some of these teams in 6A, we tend to see a lot of that in 6A division. You got, 60, 70 players on the sideline, and there's no reason to be playing both ways. And at some point, you got to let your second and third stringers get in there and get some playing time. I mean, it's for your own benefit. It's going to pay off down the playoffs or next year's experience. Some of these teams that are having injuries, they wish they had the luxury of having all these players on the sideline, like Rivera Raiders, the Los Fresnos Falcons. They lost a lot of players as well, and so I like to see that. I'm old school. I believe in if the players go to practice and practice hard every week like everybody else, they should give them the opportunity to play as well. So just saying, 39, that's 3 seconds before halftime. And that's going to do it. Halftime from Sam's Memorial Stadium. The Greyhounds on top, 43 to the Raiders, 8. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com alongside Eric Medrano bringing the action. We're going to break alongside the band. We'll let you take a little break, and we'll be back with the kickoff to begin the second half. We'll be back.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Real Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Real Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, realsportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Real Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on 4th down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Real Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Real Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, realsportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Real Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on 4th down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owner, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser, getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.
And And the session of the week this week will be professional. The color for the dance performance today will be trumpet, Edward Neville, and Santiago Benz. This year, Jan has selected Dick, the Goddess of the Night, as the 2018 UIL Marching Show, which features music inspired by Procopia's Cynthia Sweet, Golden Call, the Goddess of Transfiguration, Beethoven's Moonlight Sun, Dixie, Fairlane, and Aerobrain Sugar from Pearl Creatures. Now, enter the field direction of Brooklyn, Riders of Vessels, People Orca, and Foods Boyle. Welcome, the award-winning sound of the Greyhound Marching Band.
Drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today. Trevino's Restaurant in Edinburgh, now serving quality, fresh, delicious food. Treat your taste buds and enjoy the relaxing atmosphere. Join us from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Friday and Saturday until midnight. Trevino's.
You know, Dad.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owners, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.
And we're back at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com alongside Eric Medrano. Well, Eric, we had an interesting first half. First quarter was actually close. It was... the Greyhounds came to play, and they scored a couple of touchdowns in that first quarter, 13-0. And actually, the Raiders scored early in the second quarter to make it interesting, 13-8. But then there was a couple of mistakes that allowed the Greyhounds to really build up on the lead.
Yeah, right there at the, as you said, mentioned the 13-8, and those 8 points came out after a huge drive for Brownsville Rivera, and they were able to mount a good drive and just punch it in. And also, they actually tacked on a 2-point conversion. It seemed like they had a little bit of momentum there, but then in the ensuing kickoff, it just fell asleep at the wheel, and it just they were expecting it to go out of bounds. It didn't, and Sam Nito recovered and had a short field and just hasn't looked back from since then.
43 for the Greyhounds, 8 for the Raiders. We're about to get underway. Greyhounds will receive to start off the second half, and we're underway. Here's the kick. End over end kick will be taken at about the 8-yard line, going to the left side. Castilleja, the running back, the sophomore running back, trying to break it to the outside. Breaks it open. He may go all the way. Has a chance across midfield to the 40. Big Smith caught from behind, and a beautiful tackle by number 18 from behind, Matthew Guerrero, senior defensive back, saving a touchdown that time.
Yeah, and a huge return there from the sophomore, Kyler Castilleja. And you could see his patience there initially. He shows what he's got with his vision there, and just finds a seam, takes it to the outside, and had that burst of speed, nearly taking it to the house. But a credit to the defender there, number 18, as you said, Matthew Guerrero, not giving up on the play and pursuing him all the way down at around the 30-yard line.
Here we go with Greyhounds have a 1st and 10, ball resting at the 28-yard line on Raider territory. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle to number 5. It's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, touchdown. The ball carrier for the Greyhounds on a big gap up the middle. Brendan Valadez takes it for a touchdown.
And after Castilleja just had a big return there, they bring in Valadez as the running back, and he finds a seam up the middle, and that's a credit to this offensive line who just makes a big hole there for Valadez, and takes it to the house untouched.
Quick striking offense that time for San Benito. Touchdown, setting up for the extra point. This time they got to go traditional extra point. Here's a snap, and here's a kick. And the kick, it's good. So just like that to start out the third quarter with 11:39. Greyhounds 50, Raiders 8. Boy, oh boy. Well, a quick striking. It all started with the return, and, that's so important, special teams. Gave them excellent field position to work with. So as a result, a quick strike for a touchdown for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and we've talked about it all season long for all the teams. Special teams is the three phases of the game, and right there the San Benito Greyhounds showed what they have on their special teams with Kyler Castilla taking a huge gain there on the return, and offensively on the first play of the drive, it's just a great blocking there from the offensive line for Valadez, and Valadez showing the speed, just taking it to the house.
Here we go, already setting up to kick off for the Greyhounds. Is number 10, this time high kick, taking it about the 8-yard line, coming up the middle for the Raiders. Find a little bit of daylight. He's tackled at about the 32-yard line. On the punt was Yair Perez. Yair Perez, the kicker for the Greyhounds. Good return for the Raiders all the way to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, nice return there from Ramiro Vega for the Brownsville Rivera Raiders, and he's one of those shining spots there for Rivera. He's only a sophomore, and he's getting the start as a running back, and he's a shifty running back, and right there it shows why. On the tackle there on the return was Isaiah Zimmerly for San Benito. Nice coverage there from San Benito.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. Freshman quarterback in there now. Handoff is to the left side of the formation, diving forward for a couple of yards on the play. Coming into the quarterback position is Ramsey Rocha, the freshman quarterback in there now.
Yeah, that time they handed off to Ramiro Vega, and as I said, he's the running back now, and they're putting all their chips on their young athletes. They got a sophomore running back and a freshman quarterback right now, and it's also due to the injuries, but late here in the season, it's good exposure for these young players for next season.
Well, and valuable experience as well. You got also keep in mind Elian Hernandez, very talented receiver, number 82. He's also a junior. Flag on the play. Yeah, you got Ramiro Vega, the running back, as a sophomore. You got a sophomore quarterback as well. You got a freshman quarterback. So getting some valuable experience, and you get that injury bug early in the year, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, as a team, you learn to manage that. And, Tom Chavez, with all his years of coaching, I'm sure he's going to get these guys up and ready for next season, just to build off of this. And that's what he's trying to do here, is just get the exposure to these young athletes and get them on the field against a top defense like the San Benito Greyhounds.
Here we go, 2nd and 12 for the Raiders. Spread formation for the Raiders. Here's a snap. Handoff is up the middle to the right side, right into a wall over on the red side. Not much going on that side. Good defense.
Yeah, Avelino Garcia getting the tackle there and coming off his block and just trailing him, and it went to the opposite side of the field, but he does a good job of just getting on the tackle there. Vega with the carry.
One more game this year. The football season is winding down for the Greyhounds. Next game will be Los Fresnos at home. They'll wrap up the year at home against Los Fresnos after a tough loss last week against Hanna, 30-0. They got blanked last week, and so a lot of San Benito fans are probably wondering, where was this last week? Here we go quickly to the line, or the Raiders looking to pass. Freshman quarterback rolling out to his left side. Finds a receiver. Nice throw to the 35 completed. Nice little gain on the run, rolling out to his left side. The righty fires the ball completed that time to Marco Garcia, the junior wide receiver for the Raiders. Shy of first down, though.
Yeah, and that's a good job by the freshman, Ramses Rochas, to evade a defender. One of the defensive ends was right in his face on his backside, and he just rolls out to the outside and, as you said, into the opposite side of his throwing arm, and he does a good job of rifling it to his receiver. But it's not enough for a first down, and they're going to have to punt here.
Punting situation for little ground ball for the short kick. Short kick, ball tipped at the line, and short kick to midfield. Ball is going to be down at the 49-yard line on the Greyhound territory. They might have gotten a little piece of that ball. It looked like there was a signal from the referee. Not a lot of distance on the punt.
Yeah, the punter for Rivera kind of stayed looking at the official, hoping for running into the kicker, or felt like he maybe might have been run into. But it seems like, yeah, maybe they did get a piece on that after a bad snap there. But the punter does a good job of managing there. And now San Benito's going to have good field position right in the midfield.
Here comes the San Benito offense. They got one more game to wrap up the year. Los Fresnos at home. For the Raiders, we started to say the next home game's at Harlingen High to close the year. Men in motion to the right side for the Greyhounds. Quarterback is going to keep it up the middle. Quarterback Silva now running the offense for the Greyhounds. Across all the way down to about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice gain there from Smiley Silva, the second quarterback for San Benito. And right there, he just fakes the sweep and takes it up the middle, calling his own number for a nice gain.
Quickly to the line, fast tempo. Read play, hand off to Valadez up the middle. Good grab. Nobody, that defender wasn't going to let him down. He was on the ground, grabbed the leg and said, no, you ain't going nowhere. 2-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, right there on the read play. It takes a little bit of time to develop, and Silva was trying to decide whether to keep it, and he gives it to Valadez, who's met up immediately by this box of the Rivera Raiders.
Second down, 2nd and 7. Sweep right, little jet sweep to the right. Short gain, good gain on the play. Good defense by the Raiders once again. Reading the play. The handoff was to Antonio Torres going to the right side of the formation.
Yeah, Antonio Torres gets the call on that sweep play, and he does a good job of driving upfield and met by number 9 for Rivera, George Garza on the tackle.
They're going to move the chains 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle. This one could go. It's got a lot of room once again. Avelino Garcia. This one, well, no, it's actually Valadez with a handoff straight up the middle on a 28-yard TD run by Brendan Valadez on a beautiful run.
Yeah, what San Benito did there is it just lulled this defense to sleep with those sweep plays, and they faked the sweep play to the left side, and then you just see Valadez going to the opposite side of the field, and it seemed like the whole defense was reading that sweep play. But Valadez, to credit to the young man, finds a hole and gets past the secondary and takes it to the house there.
Yeah, and that he looked good on that run actually for the Greyhounds. And Valadez is saying, it's my turn. Looking good tonight. Couple of good runs. He set it up traditional extra point. Here's a snap, and here's a kick. And the kick. It's good. So with 8 minutes left in the third quarter from Samson Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, Greyhounds 57. The Rivera Raiders 8. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this message.
Cremation? No, I mean, the kids and mom don't want a funeral. We could still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, the eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Oh, sweetheart. Grandma would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
And we're back at Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Greyhounds ready to kick off. Short kick, end over end. Ball will be taken at about the 20-yard line by the Raiders, coming to the left side, trying to get around the corner. He's going to step out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. On the return was Eric Ibarbo.
Yeah, and he's met up by a swarm of San Benito Greyhounds there, and nice pursuit. It's a credit to this kickoff team for not allowing him to get to the outside there.
I just want to say we'll see some changes now for the Greyhounds coming to the secondary changes over in the bottom of the screen. We see number 9 coming into the ball game for the Greyhounds. Ciro Munoz up on top is number 19. Number 19, Ruben Alcantara. Ruben Eric Alcantara for the Greyhounds playing secondary now. Here's a handoff on the left side of the formation to about the 27-yard line. Short gain on the play. Defensive changes now for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, helping in on the tackle there was Byron Ayala, the twin brother of Carson Ayala, who's playing linebacker right now.
Yeah, and this is good. You get all these kids get some valuable experience. It may pay off in the come the playoffs or even for next year. Now some massive changes for the Greyhounds defensively. Here comes the Raiders, freshman quarterback in there, Ramsey Rocha for the Raiders. Here's a snap, looking to pass, fires the ball on the flat side, completed. Breaks it, trying to break it to the left side, coming across the field, across the 40 to about the 45-yard line. Good pitch and catch. Ramiro Vega, the sophomore running back actually it's Jesus Camarillo on the catch and then coming across the field. Nice run for a big first down.
Yeah, this offensive line gave lots of time there to the freshman quarterback, Ramsey Rocha. Then he finds his man, Camarillo, on a cross pattern there, and he just tries taking it to the outside, but the nice pursuit from the defense there and just forced him out of bounds there.
Ball resting at the 46-yard line for on the Raiders side of the football field. Rocha calling the signals for the Raiders. Spread formation. Here's a snap. Dropping back to pass. Swings it out to the right side of the formation. Going outside to goes out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. Nice pick up about 5 yards on the play. On the coverage on that side, on the bottom of the screen was number 19 for the Greyhounds. That's Eric Ruben Alcantara.
Yeah, also on pursuit was Joe Zuniga, number 40, the inside linebacker, and it was a bubble route for the running back out of the backfield, and he read it beautifully and forced him out of bounds there.
Nice little play, and the quarterback, the freshman, the quarterback staying in the pocket and just let the play develop. Beautiful play. Growing before our own eyes. Rolling out to the left side is Rocha. Looking down, fires the ball just a little bit too long, almost intercepted. Was looking for Marco Garcia, the junior wide receiver.
Nice job there defensively from Ciro Munoz, the defensive back there, the corner, staying with his man and not allowing him to get any space and contesting for that ball, nearly intercepting it there.
That's going to be up a third down for the Raiders. Ball right at about midfield. And, of course, valuable experience for the freshman quarterback, Ramsey Rocha. This should pay dividends. Andres Perez started the game here. Spread formation for the Raiders. Here's a snap. Looking to pass. Fires the ball out of the backfield. Just a little bit too long. Looking for Jesus Camarillo. Incomplete.
Yeah, as you said, intended for Camarillo there, but Rocha was pressured immediately from number 40, Joe Zuniga, the linebacker, just blitzing there and in the face of Rocha, forcing him to throw an errant pass there.
Punting team coming onto the field. For the Raiders, Matthew Guerrero will be doing the honors. Back to receive for the Greyhounds would be John Daniel Gonzalez. Fourth down. Will this be a fake? No, they're going to punt it. Here's the snap. High punt. Up in the air, about a 25, 30-yard punt. Ball is going to be down at the 27-yard line. So that's where the Greyhounds will take over. We see some massive personnel changes on the defensive side of the ball. Let's see what the offense is going to show up. We see a different quarterback already. Let's see what they're going to do. Good time to get a lot of experience for the rest of the players and get some of these backups in the game and get them ready for playoff action and also for next year. So it's like a good opportunity on both sides.
Yeah, and if you want to make a long playoff run, you have to have depth on your offense and defense, and that's something San Benito does have. And right now they're spelling some of their second-teamers tonight to get some valuable experience.
Here we go. Spread formation. Silva, the quarterback, once again, hand off to the left side. Short gain on the play, diving forward for about a 3-4 yard gain. The ball carrier for the Greyhounds, Tommy Castro.
And on the tackles, number 23, Gabriel Cuellar for Brownsville Rivera there.
Fast tempo offense for the Greyhounds, quickly to the line. Spread formation, men in motion to the right side. Here's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Bounces it to the left side. Silva turns on the Jets. He's going to the left side across the 40 to the 35. Still going to the 20. He's going to be tackled at about the 14, 12-yard line on Rivera territory.
Yeah, huge running play there from Smiley Silva as he was rolling out to the right side, and he sees the cutback lane, and he burst right through it. And it's nice vision there from the young man to just take it to the outside and shows his speed on the outside there.
All the way down to about the 13-yard line. Handoff to the right side. He's going to keep it against Silva. Trying to bounce it. Dancing around. Cutting across. He's going to be tackled about the 12-yard line. A lot of shaking and baking. Probably a gain about 5-6 yards on the play by quarterback Silva.
Yeah, that time Smiley Silva fakes the jet sweep and calls his own number, which essentially becomes a read play, and he stops on a dime and just keeps getting some positive yardage.
Handoff quickly to the handoff up the middle to number 23 this time around. Close to a first down. See with the it's close, very close. See with the no signal yet about first down. The ball carrier Tommy Castro once again. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 1 for the Greyhounds. Ball at about the 4-yard line. Handoff straight up the middle. Castro diving forward. Castro is in. Touchdown. Touchdown. 4-yard run by Castro.
Nice run up the middle for Tommy Castro, who just follows his blocking there and lowers his shoulder to pound it in for a touchdown. And for Sam Benito, that's nothing better there than just to march right down the field and punch it in.
No question about it. Let's see what they're going to do this time. They're going to go traditional. Extra point. Looks like number 10 will be doing the honors this time around for the Greyhounds. Jair Perez. Here's the snap and here's the kick. And Perez is good. So, with 4:45 left in the third quarter from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, Greyhounds 64, Raiders 8. We'll take a break and we'll be back after these messages.
Illusions Boutique in Far specializes in quinceañeras, tiaras, jewelry, and accessories to accentuate beautiful dresses just for your daughter. Unique styles you won't find anywhere else. Make her quinceañera the best and come to Illusions Boutique.
Got to walk down to the locker room area, to the bathroom area, and at halftime. I think I saw some Hannah players there. I think I saw probably one of the premier quarterbacks in the Valley, Mr. Victor Campos. Got to see him there, and certainly want to shout out to the number one team in 32-6A, the Hannah Golden Eagles. They play tomorrow. A lot of action tomorrow night. Actually, that would be one game. We got the Bird Bowl going on tomorrow in Harlingen, Eric. That's coming back. And also the Tinaco Bowl in Westlake. Big matchups coming up as the year comes down to wind up. Kickoff, short kick, taking it about drop. There's a fumble on the play. Still recovered by Rivera on their own 25-yard line. So we're talking about the matchups coming up. This is a Thursday night game here in Brownsville in 32-6A. There's some other matchups coming up tomorrow with, I think for 32-6A, Eric, I think the playoff pairings, not the pairings yet, but as far as who's going to the playoffs, it's pretty much decided. I think Hannah will be the number 1 seed, San Benito number 2, and then after that, I think the 2 Harlingen teams look like they're going to get in.
Yeah, so far it looks like that'll pretty much be the case with those 4 teams going. And if the playoffs were to end now, San Benito and Harlingen would go Division 1, and Harlingen South and Hannah would go Division 2. And, still a lot to see who they'll face in the first round.
And, of course, that's all depending on enrollment and all kinds of things, and who's going to go Division 1, who's going to Division 2. And then after that, you crisscross. The top seed will go play the lower seed on their district. And, of course, we'll face the Edinburgh Westlake School District, which is 31-6A, and on the first round of the playoffs by district matchups. And, boy, we could get some good ones. You got some very talented teams in that district playing right now. You got the Westlake Schools playing very well. You got the number 1 team in the Valley with the Edinburgh Vela team in that district. And, of course, Edinburgh will be probably the 4th seed there, which is playing good ball. 2nd and 11 for the Raiders. Handoff up the middle. Nice little gap, diving forward. Nice little carry to about the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Mario, 31-6A, will be matched up against these 32-6A teams. And it seems like it's all but decided on 32-6A side. And also for 31-6A, it's more than likely it's going to be Edinburgh Vela, Edinburgh, and the 2 Westlake schools. And, as you mentioned, the Tinaco Bowl is going to be tomorrow night. That's going to be a huge one when it comes to seeding. Although one of them will go Division 1, the other one Division 2. But that race is still open over there in 31-6A.
It's going to be interesting what happened. The year's coming to an end. Quick pass to the right side. Incomplete. The freshman Ramsey Rocha looking for Hernandez on the right side, the junior wide receiver, one of the top receivers in district, and just couldn't connect on that play. Elian Hernandez came in with 317 yards, catching on 18 catches with 2 touchdowns with an average of 17.6 yards per catch. Just couldn't hang on to that ball. Had an opportunity just couldn't make the grab. Back to punt of the Raiders. It's Matthew Guerrero coming in to do the punting when a 4th and 5, on the ball on the 32-yard line. Here's the snap, and here's the punt. High punt, a beautiful punt. Fair catch at about the 28-yard line for the Greyhounds. We'll stay right here. We'll continue to talk about the standings, and of course, 2 more games left. Now let's talk about that, Eric. For the Greyhounds, they would be at home against Los Fresnos. Not a lot of playoff implication on that one. I think it's pretty much 32-6 as we're saying. It's been decided. Looks like Los Fresnos is going to be out of the playoffs after being 2 years in a row going into the 3rd round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Injuries. I know going out of the Valley in that game really hurt them a lot. They lost a lot of players, and it's one of those years again. We're talking about injuries to the Raiders. Los Fresnos has suffered a lot of injuries, and that hurt them a lot. Here come the Greyhounds, 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line. Here's the quarterback calling the signals. Handoff is on the jet sweep to the left side with Torres. Silva, the quarterback, short gain on the play. Maybe not a whole lot. Maybe lost half a yard. That's going to make up a 2nd down. Nice little play. Smiley Silva, the quarterback for the Greyhounds now. And many substitution, a lot of backups playing out for the Greyhounds. That's good to see. Different receivers, 2nd and 3rd teamers in there for the Greyhounds, getting some valuable experience. 2nd and 10. Men in motion to the right side. Flag on the play. Coming across the formation for the Greyhounds on the move was Olegario Rodriguez. Flag on the play. We'll continue to talk about the standings and playoff pairings coming up here. Head off to the left side on the jet sweep. He's going to run into a wall. Good defense by the Raiders. No chance that time. They'd close up quickly. Good defensive effort by the Raiders.
Yeah, on the run there was Santana Sanchez for San Benito. And, as you said, running into a wall led by Frankie Guia for the Brownsville Rivera Raiders. Coming up big with the big tackle there.
We'll talk a little bit about the standings. Here we go. 3rd and about 12 for the Greyhounds on their own 27-yard line. Here we go. Here's a snap. Rolling out to the right side. This is quarterback keeper by Silva. Breaks a route, trying to get around the corner. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. Good defense. Good pursuit. Yeah, we're talking about 31-6A. Edinburgh Vela 4-0. Westlake East 4-0. So they're in a collision course, and that's going to decide that. District. Westlake High checks in at 3-1 with the Edinburgh High School at 2-2. So also the pairings looks like those would be the teams facing 32-6A as of right now.
Yeah, and for 31-6A, the Tinaco Bowl, Westlake needs to come up with a big win versus Westlake East to try to get a share of the district title. And for Westlake East, they got a slate of 2 difficult games. They got the Tinaco Bowl against Westlake, then they faced the Edinburgh Vela, which could end up deciding the district title in the last week of the season.
Edinburgh Vela, of course, has been the class of the Valley this year. Here's the punt by San Benito. Covered by the Greyhounds at the 41-yard line. So the Raiders will take over. So now let's talk a little bit of District 36A. That's PSA. They've been the class of that district this year. Coach Lupe Rodriguez has guided his team, the Bears, to a 5-0 record. PSA North comes in at 4-1. Mission at 3-2, and then La Jolla at 3-2, and the team that's still in the thick of things, they have an outside shot is McAllen Memorial, traditionally one of the district representatives year in and year out. They had a tough time going.
Yeah, so those 2 spots are up for grabs there in the 36A between Mission, La Jolla, and McAllen Memorial. Only 2 will advance in that playoff race there, and an interesting matchup will be
Ramiro Vega, the ball carrier to the right side of the formation. Flag on the play. It's a nice little run. Picked up about 4 yards. Here comes the flag, and that's usually in the area of holding, Eric.
Yeah, that's it. Came out in the back of the line of scrimmage, so yeah, it's probably going to be leaning towards a holding here.
That's going to be against the Raiders. We're sitting on the home side of the stadium here, and usually we get the visiting coaches sitting right next to us on the next booth. We see San Benito picking up already early wrapping up the end of the third quarter. I've never seen a team pick up this early, but I guess they figure this game is over. 64 for the Greyhounds, Raiders 8. They're going to push the Raiders back and back to their own 25-yard line. First and about 25 for the Raiders. Ramsey Rocha, the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to the left side. Maybe a yard, not a whole lot going on that time. Making the tackle for San Benito's Brian Ayala, one of the outside linebackers. A lot of substitution for the Greyhounds. That's good to see. Get a lot of experience. And let me just have a disclaimer here, Rick. For folks that are listening out there, I am from San Benito. But I used to cover football for San Benito. I used to call the softball. I used to call for KSBG for several years. But I've joined RealSportsLive.com, and I go throughout the valley, and I try to be as fair as I can. And I'm not. I like to be fair. My son. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Of course, my son is an alma mater from San Benito. Played basketball and played football a couple of years, and played basketball with the program. But we try to be as fair as we can. Now, my son's no longer there. He's an alumni. Actually, I want to send him a shout-out. He's now playing basketball. He's over at Shriner University playing basketball. As a matter of fact, he's got his first game next weekend.
Yeah, we'll send him a shout-out and say go Nears as the Shriner University out there in Kerrville. Wish him the best out there in this basketball season.
Yeah, I'm real proud of my son. It's a real proud dad. Normally I don't do this, but it's a personal note. I want to send him a shout-out. Aaron Medrano, he's freshman guard with the Shriner University team. They'll be playing next week, and yours truly will be out there. And real proud to say the only player of the three main sports from San Benito playing college ball. The only player from San Benito playing college ball of the three main sports. And I don't want to hear anybody saying, I could have, I should have, I would have. No, you didn't. So only one player from San Benito, and that happens to be my son. Real proud of that, and so certainly want to send him a shout-out. All right, let's continue with the game. Raiders with the ball. Ball resting at the 25-yard line. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com on the call here. Got some big games tomorrow across the Rio Grande Valley as well. We got the Bird Bowl in Harlingen. We got the Tinaco Bowl across the Rio Grande Valley. All this, the year is coming to an end here. Spread formation, Ramsey Rocha, the freshman quarterback. Here comes the flag. Delay of game against the Raiders. Nice crowd for San Benito. You were talking about that, Eric, earlier. Nice little small crowd tonight. Usually San Benito is one of those teams that travels well, but tonight we don't see that big. But it's a good, decent crowd here tonight on a beautiful night. Little cool. Cold front came in the Rio Grande Valley, so they got a good crowd here tonight supporting the team. They lead 64-8 here in the fourth quarter. 11:35 left in the first quarter. Raiders with the ball. Rocha calling the signal, looking to pass. Fires the ball over the middle, just a little bit long. Had a shot at it, incomplete.
Yeah, and great job contesting it there for the San Benito Greyhounds was number 31, Andres Heredia. And he did a good job of getting his hand in there and for an incompletion there. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down here for Brownsville Rivera.
Tomorrow we'll be back here in Brownsville. We got another game. We got... I believe Pays will be taking on Brownsville Veterans. That's got a lot of playoff implications, Eric. That's the second and third team, and Brownsville Veterans kind of having a hard time. They lost the heartbreaker on the road last week, and Pays lost to the number one team in district, the Mission Veterans. So that should be a good ball game tomorrow. We're back here in Brownsville tomorrow night to cover that one for RealSportsLive.com.
Yeah, and Brownsville Pace has been a big surprise in that district, and having a 6-game win streak, then falling short last week against Mission Veterans. They'll look to bounce back with the victory, and for Brownsville Veterans, as you said, with that loss, it was
Here's the return by the Greyhounds going up the middle. He's brought down on the Rivera side on the 39-yard line. Good tackle by the Greyhounds. Men down for the Raiders. Man down for the Raiders. Going to have to send the medical staff to the field to attend to the player. So Mission Veterans undefeated 7-0 in district play. Brownsville Pace checks in at 6-1. Brownsville Veterans at 5-2. La Jolla Palmview at 5-2 right there. So, and then also Donna 4-3. So there are a couple of teams still trying to get a spot on the playoffs on District 16 5A Division 1. Of course, tomorrow night, big game, Pace against Brownsville Veterans.
Yeah, and getting to cover the games throughout the season here in Brownsville, I mean, it's a credit to what they're doing here in Brownsville. They got Brownsville Veterans looking to go to the playoffs, Brownsville Pace, and Brownsville Hannah looking at district lead in 32-6A. So it's a credit to what they're doing here in Brownsville with those three teams.
And, of course, for 16 5A Division 2, that'd be the Sharyland Pioneer. Now, Sharyland has already clinched the playoffs 5-0. Got Pioneer at 3-1, Mercedes 2-2, and Valley View at 2-2, Roma at 2-2. And that seems to be where the playoff teams are going to come out.
Yeah, the two Sharylands, 1 and 2, they look like a clear sign-in for the playoffs. And Sharyland High coming out with the big victory with the late field goal in the Snakeskin Classic to take the district lead. And for Mercedes, Valley View, and Roma, they're still fighting for those last two spots.
Talking about the lower classifications, we'll talk a little bit about Greyhounds with the ball on a 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Quarterback keeper going to the right side. Goes across the 40 to about the 44-yard line. Good run by Smiley. Nice, good quarterback keeper, Smiley Silva. And a big 1st and 10. They're going to move the chains. On the lower classifications, Eric, I talked to a couple of people. They say that Raymondville may be the last team standing, and it could potentially be one of the last team standings in the Rio Grande Valley. They got a solid ball club. They defeated Rio Hondo already. They defeated Port Isabel. They seem to be the class on the lower classification, 16-4A, Division 2, Raymondville. And, of course, even though Rio Hondo lost to them, but Rio Hondo has a solid ball club as well. Here's a run for the Greyhounds, close to a 1st down across midfield to about the Raider 47-yard line.
Yeah, Rio Hondo coming up with the big victory against La Feria, and then having to face Raymondville the following week. Came up short against Raymondville, but Raymondville, like you said, is being tipped off as several media outlets to go deep into the playoffs after taking the district lead.
It's a fumble on the play by Silva, rolling out to the right side, gets around the corner. He may have a 1st down. Dropped the snap, picked it up, went to the right side, close. He may have a 1st down. No, they're going to mark him shy of a 1st down. 4th and 1. 10:05 in the 4th quarter from Sam Stadium in Brownsville. Greyhounds 64, Raiders 8. And again, for the Greyhounds, they have one more game. They will be at home against Los Fresnos. For the Brownsville Raiders, they will close out the year at Harlington High School against the Cardinals at Bogus Stadium next week. Yeah, and talking to people, who's going to be the last team standing in the Rio Grande Valley? That's the question as we get ready for playoff action here in about 2 weeks. One more week of football in the Valley, and then playoff time. Would it be Vela? Would it be Brownsville Hannah?
Yep.
We've seen these teams play great football. Will it be Mission Veterans? Would it be Raymondville? Interesting. And also we have surprises this year. Positive surprises. Westlake Panthers, boy, they turned the program around. Coach Salinas, in just 1 year, has turned that program around very quick. So who would it be? Would it be PSJA? They're playing solid ball. Coach Lupe Rodriguez got those PSJA throwing the ball all over the place. Totally different what we used to see in the Bears, dude. Usually run the ball and implementing a passing attack over there.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, PSJA there in 31-6A. I mean, they're going to be going up against the Mission Eagles, and that's a battle of two, legend quarterbacks here from the Rio Grande Valley. That's Lupe Rodriguez and Coy Detmer. So something's got to give there. That's going to be this Friday night. We'll have that game on Real Sports Live.
Hand off to the right side on a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Clock continues to run. 9 minutes, 47 seconds for the Raiders. No gain on the play. Yeah, no question about it. Coy Detmer. I remember Coy Detmer back in the day. Of course, Coy Detmer went to play college ball and then play with the Philadelphia Eagles of the NFL. A lot of the new generation of people may not remember all that. A lot of people may not remember Lupe Rodriguez playing with the Mission Eagles quarterback back when they were pass happy, playing at the Astrodome in the Houston Astrodome in the 5th round of the playoffs. I remember all the handoff, dropped the ball, picks it up, Ramsey Rocha running to the outside, pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and right there, Ramsey Rocha had a man downfield on a comeback route wide open in the sideline, but the pressure was just too much, and he's has to roll out of bounds there, and it's unfortunate there for Brownsville Rivera.
Pressure was right on him. The only thing I like to see him is just throw the ball away. Don't lose those yards, and he's going to learn that. He's only a freshman, and being in there with under the lights and on a Thursday night tonight and playing varsity ball is totally different than being on the freshman team, and this is valuable experience, Eric, for this young man. And we've seen what 3-4 times, and he's just growing before our eyes. And I think he's going to develop into a good quarterback. Screen pass to the backside completed, but tackle immediately. No place to go.
Nicely read there by Andres Garcia, the outside linebacker for San Benito. The screenplay there, he just snuffed it out and met the running back in the backfield for a big loss there.
That's going to be up a 4th down, 4th and about 18 yards. They're going to punt it away. Punting team comes on the field for the Rivera Raiders. Matthew Guerrero doing the honors here. So one more week of football in the Rio Grande Valley, and everybody's going to get ready for playoffs. So today, tomorrow, couple of games on Saturday. Here's the punt, short punt to the right side. Ball's going to go out of bounds on the San Benito side of the football field at about the 46-yard line. Short punt, line drive punt. So that's what it looks like, and so it's going to be interesting. Who's going to be the last team standing in the Rio Grande Valley? And so as we look at the different schedules, La Feria is 3-0 in district as well, in their own district. 16-4A Division 1. They got Zapata 2-1. Grulla 1-1. So just who's going to be the one? That's what we're trying to find out. Here's the play for the Greyhounds. Breaks it to the outside. One more man to beat. Gets to the outside. Still going. Silva takes it to the house. Touchdown. Touchdown. Smiley Silva on the quarterback keeper to the left side. Touchdown. A 52-yard run by Smiley Silva for a touchdown. Had some blockers in front of it. Makes some cuts and takes us all the way down for a touchdown for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and Smiley Silva is showing how promising he's going to be for San Benito next year. And right there, he does a good job of taking it to the outside, following his blockers and tiptoeing there at the end. And nice vision to just cut back and allow his defenders to help the block down the field. And he just finishes it off by taking it to the house.
Touchdown for San Benito. Here's the extra point, and the extra point is good. That's going to make the score for the Greyhounds 71, Raiders 8. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after these messages.
Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
And we're back at Sampson Memorial Stadium in Brownsville. A good run by Smiley Silva for the Greyhounds. They lead 71, Raiders 8. They'll be kicking off to the Raiders. 7 minutes, 57 seconds left in the ball game. Here's the kick, short kick. Ball bounce picked up at about the 20-yard line by Elian Hernandez coming to the right side. Elian Hernandez across the 30, cuts across. Good run to all the 42-yard line. Good return by the junior receiver for the Raiders.
Yeah, nice return there from Hernandez, and now they're going to have nice field position here late in the game. And right now all you're going to try to do is just try to get something offensively that you can build on for the coming years. And it's difficult being this far down, in the game. But for them, they're just playing with pride and trying to get this freshman some experience.
I like to see him, let him throw the ball, get some experience reading defenses and reading the option 1, option 2, getting his progressions down. I mean, this will be a good time. Men in motion to the left side. Ramsey Rocha, the freshman quarterback. He's going to hand it off to the left side to Camarillo, trying to cut the corner. Camarillo gets around the corner, pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. A big run for Camarillo and a big first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, we've seen Rivera do that throughout the year, and it's pretty much a sweep to the outside, and Camarillo has the wheels to bounce it to the outside, and a nice gain there for a first down.
Want to recognize the Brownsville Independent School District's television program for having us and all the support we have throughout the year.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a special shout-out to Joe and Uresti, who have been very hospitable to us and helping us out with any technical difficulties that we face here in Brownsville throughout the season. And we also like to thank the audio-visual team from Brownsville, also the BISD-ITV, the production team tonight helping us out with the cameras. And also I want to say, so for anyone watching, join us on realsportslive.com. We have lots of content there. Joe Bowling and the crew, having lots of content there on the website, but also join us on YouTube. Like and subscribe our page. We're always uploading the games, and you can catch lots of live games throughout the season. And I'm sure if Sam Nito fan, a Brownsville Rivera fan, you'll get notified when your team is up and playing. And Mario, we have gotten parents comment on our page and thanking us because a lot of them can't make it to the games.
Here's a long run, a beautiful run by number 1 Jesus Camarillo all the way down to about the 5-yard line, and a beautiful run, shaking and baking. Jesus Camarillo turning on the engines all the way to about the 5-yard line. Great run for the Raiders by the senior running back. All the way down. First and goal at the ball spotted at the 5-yard line. No question about it. And certainly we are looking for advertisers. We want to be able to bring all these games to you. But, of course, we need some advertisers. We got playoffs. We want to cover the playoffs. We want to do all kinds of things. Volleyball playoffs coming up and basketball season right around the corner. I think there's some tournaments coming up this weekend already for basketball. So we want to be able to bring you the action. But we do need your support. If you have a business out there, if you're a parent, you want to support, give us a call. Talk to Mr. Joe Bolin at realsportslive.com. We definitely need the advertisers to come up. If you look at the numbers, the amount of people we're reaching at realsportslive.com, it's great. We're getting the word out there, and we can be a great asset for you. So let us know. We can help you. We got all kinds of packages available to you. Reasonable prices so you can be one of our advertisers. Here we go. The Raiders knocking on the door. Ball at the 4-yard line. Here Rocha at quarterback. Man in motion to the right side. Fakes the handle. Fires the ball. Have a receiver. Touchdown. Rocha swings the ball to the right side to Elian Hernandez right on the corner of the end zone, right by the pylon, and that's a touchdown for Elian Hernandez from freshman quarterback Ramsey Rocha.
Yeah, and Ramsey Rocha there just rolls out to his right after faking the jet sweep. And initially, he looked like he was trying to find his man in the flats, but he finds Elian Hernandez on a comeback route and a back shoulder there. And it's a nice pitch and catch there. Elian Hernandez, the junior, helping out his quarterback there and getting a touchdown here for the Rivera Raiders.
Yeah, and that's the future for next year. That's what the Raiders have to look into, a freshman to a junior right there. These two are coming back. So that's good that they will get some positive plays going here at the end of the game. Timeout call by the Raiders. So once again, it's a beautiful night, Thursday night here in Brownsville, Texas, realsportslive.com. Once again, this is Mario Medrano on the call alongside Eric Medrano. Want to invite you once again to stay tuned. We got more games coming up tomorrow right here in Brownsville. A big game in District, that would be in District 5. Let's see, that's 15A, Division 1. Brownsville Pace taking on Brownsville Veterans right here. Initially, we were going to be on the road at Los Fresnos. We're going to cover Han at Los Fresnos, but we're going to stay right here tomorrow and cover that game tomorrow with a playoff implication as far as in the standings. That's going to go a long way in deciding all that.
Yeah, definitely in the standings and also in the seeding. You're talking about the fight for second place between Brownsville Veterans and Brownsville Pace in the 16-5A Division 1 there. And, we've been able to follow that 16-5A Division 1 all season. It's been very competitive. And last week we saw Mission Veterans and finally got a chance to see Landry Gilpin. And
here's a field goal attempt. Touch at the line. No good. No good. Raiders were trying to get the extra point, and it's no good. Got the signal from the referee that it might have been blocked at the line of scrimmage, so the extra point is no good. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the ballgame at Simpson Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Greyhounds 71, Raiders 14. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Truck Tex in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us.
Here's the kickoff by the Raiders, taken by number 9, going to the right side for the Greyhounds. Cito Munoz on the return for the Greyhounds all the way down to about the 35-yard line. Want to send a shout out to Coach Partida from San Benito. Of course, his son is playing over at Texas A&M Kingsville. I believe he's a junior or senior already. Played in San Benito. He's playing football over there. My son is a freshman. I was talking about the class from last year that graduated. That he was the only player playing college ball of the three main sports, baseball, football, and basketball. But we do have Joseph Partida, that played former Greyhound, playing over in A&M Kingsville, also representing San Benito, playing at the next level. I believe he's a senior lineman, offensive lineman. Here's rolling out to the right side is Ramsey Rocha, the freshman quarterback for the Raiders. Pass completed on the right side to Marco Garcia, junior wide receiver for the Raiders. Nice little pitch and catch. Partida, Joseph Partida over in Kingsville playing football. Certainly want to send a shout out to Coach Partida. He was very helpful. And I do want to thank Coach Partida and his support as we're going through the process. My son was going through the process of playing basketball, visiting different schools. He was very helpful and certainly appreciate that. Finally, my son decided on Schreiner University, playing basketball. He will begin his first game next weekend, so I will be out there supporting and certainly want to thank out the many wishes, a lot of support. Here we go. Here's a play to the right side to Ramiro Vega, the sophomore running back for the Raiders. Short gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. Also want to send a shout out to my nephew, Isaac Pope, who's on a full scholarship at Texas State University. Of course, Isaac Pope played in San Benito as a junior. Last year, he transferred out to Yoakum High School. Got a full scholarship from Texas State. The Bobcat. Here's a pass. Long pass to Hernandez. Just misfire. Had him open on the right side. Isaac Pope played his junior year at San Benito. was a defensive back and a receiver also for San Benito. He's also playing, he's defensive back for the Texas State University. He's also a state champion in track as well. And so he transferred to Yoakum High School, and that's where he ended up doing all those heroics up in Yoakum. He was a Bulldog, and Isaac Pope playing football at Texas State University in San Marcos as well. So here we go. The Raiders are on the move, knocking on the door, ball resting at the 15-yard line. Here we go. Clock continues to run. 3:54 left in the ballgame. Greyhound 71, Raiders 14. Ramsey Rocha, the quarterback, calling the signals. Here's a snap, rolling out to the right side, following the ball, looking for caught. No, he could not hang on to it. Pass was intended to Elian Hernandez on the right side. Incomplete.
Yeah, and I know this game is, pretty much the scoreline, is already pretty much over. But I like what Rivera's doing here. They got the freshman quarterback in there, and they're trying to get the ball to their big playmaker, Elian Hernandez, and that's something that could pay off in the next year. As they get their chemistry going. And earlier he tried finding him on a fade, but they got a big penalty there as it was roughing the passer. And then right here he goes once again to Elian Hernandez on a comeback route. Just unable to hold on to it was Hernandez.
This kid is an athlete. He's got a good attitude, Eric. I'll tell you what I saw a few minutes ago. I'll do it after the play. Here's a snap. Handoff to Camarillo going up the middle, trying to bounce it to the left side. Camarillo hit hard at about the 2-yard line. He hangs on to the ball. He's got a first and goal at about the 3-yard line. Well, notice one thing. Rivera was going to kick off. There were one man short. They needed one more signal to the outside. Guess who runs on the field? Elian Hernandez on coverage team. That's saying something. That's not quitting on your team. And this young man is to be commended for that. If it's any other player with the score the way it is right now, he would say, no, just go with it, or I don't want to get on there. This young man ran on the field on a kickoff team. So this young man is playing his heart out. Handoff up the middle. All kinds of pressure from San Benito. He's going to be tackled immediately. No place to go.
Yeah, and it's getting to see him throughout the season. It's tough. When you're going week in and week out and not getting the results that you want. But it's like you said, Elian Hernandez is it's a testament to the young man, and he's a symbol of what this Brownsville Rivera offense is and their team is made of right there. The pride and just keep working, the character that they have to keep working hard week in and week out and showing up for these ball games.
If you're building up a team, this is the kind of kid you want to have. He's also playing secondary tonight. He's on the kickoff team. He's doing all kinds of things. He's a great athlete. So, good job. Here's that pass. Looking for him. Just couldn't hang on to it on a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. This time they lined him up on the left side. Had a hand on it. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, he was contested there by the secondary for San Benito. So it was a tough grab there, back shoulder grab there. And now that brings up a 3rd down for Rivera as they're trying to get some more points on the board.
Knocking on the door. And I'm going to talk about something, Aaron, that I've had on my chest for a while. And this is the selection for the all-district selections and that type of thing. I'm just going to throw it out there to my friends on the writing media. They're listening after this play. Let's see, 3rd and goal. Fires inside. Caught. Oh, beautiful. The slant pass. And it's a catch to about the 1-yard line. Beautiful play. The freshman quarterback goes to the slot receiver on the right side. Hangs on Ramiro Vega to about the 1-yard line. Quickly to the line. 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Quarterback under center. Ramsey Rocha under center. Here we go, trying to get some points. Quarterback keeper to the left side. Do we get a signal? Ball was at the 1-yard line. He's going to be denied. Ball goes over and downs to the Greyhounds. Wow.
Boy, Mario, and with the scoreline the way it is, you gotta give credit to this defense for not giving up there and the enthusiasm they're showing late in this game. And it's something that you coach with the players. You tell them never give up, and just because you're up on a game, you play as hard as you can. And right there they did, and came up with the big stop there on the extra point.
Ball goes over and down to the Greyhounds. Let me finish my thought, Eric, and this is about the all-district selections, when coaches select players for the all-district teams and such thing, or the media for that matter. What I would like to see is when they vote for these things, put the stats on the board, put the numbers on the board, remove the name of the player and the name of the school, and then vote. and then vote. You know, I'm just seeing too many times where this thing it becomes a popularity contest, that the kid that played with a big school or the big name school, or as a kid that's been on the media a lot, a big name and this and that, they tend to get the votes. And so what I like to see actually is put the numbers on the board and then vote. And to me, that's a more accurate way of doing things. You know, so many times you see kids that really don't have the numbers getting the votes for the all district selections and such and recognitions, you know. Now, I'm saying this because I don't have a dog in the race. I don't have a horse in this race type of thing, you know. As a fan of the game, I would like to see the clock continues to run 37 seconds. I would like to see that because some of these kids are very deserving. You know, and so many times it becomes a popularity contest. So I would like to see where you remove the name of the team, remove the name of the kid, just put the stats on the board, and then you take a vote. And that to me makes a little more sense. Anyway, that's just me. Who knows? 20 seconds in the ball game. This one's pretty much over. This one's over here in Brownsville, Texas, on a beautiful Thursday night. Greyhounds will be on the road. We'll be at home, taking on Los Fresnos next week. And this one belongs to the Greyhounds. From Santa Memorial Stadium in Brownsville, Texas, Greyhounds 71, Raiders 14. The Greyhounds go to a record of 3-1 in district play. For the Raiders that dropped through 0-4, the Greyhounds will be at home against Los Fresnos next week to close the year. And for the Brownsville Rivera Raiders, they will be on the road at Harlingen High School taking on the Cardinals. So that should do it from Sam's Stadium in Brownsville, Texas. Mario Medrano alongside Eric Medrano saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody. God bless you.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owners, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser, getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.